Hey, new shit. Ow. And I'm up with Ty, and I finna get high, and I finna get out of this when I see red in my eyes, and I'm petted up with them hoes, and I don't need no blow, cause I'm only smoking on dro. If you know the bitch, you know, cause let's, ooh, man. I'm talking about what I see in them theater. Bitch, you come keep seeing her. I don't know what you see in her. Me, I would never be a bitch. I'm gonna always be a nigga that come around and fuck them triggers. All right, damn. See, that's what you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta,
man.
To stop after that. Yeah.
Need to practice.
Yeah.
Need to practice.
They went down. They went, yeah.
We talking about practice? We talking about practice? Yeah, we talking about practice. We need practice.
All right, let's go ahead and get it like we usually do. Hey, y'all already know what it is, man. Hey, it is your favorite blurred click, ready to talk blurred shit. And this week, yes, sir, we is talking Predator, and for good reason. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna jump right on into it because, wow, wow. All right, let me just say, wow. So today, we're short staffed, but high in spirit and high in other things as well. So just, stay with us. And we might get some of our dogs to join us along the way. But I just gotta say, bro, I saw Alien Earth, Predator Badlands last night, and woo. Well, let's go ahead and intro ourselves so we can go ahead and let everybody know. If you don't know who he is, this is who he is, motherfreaker.
This is Thugnificent telling everybody to tune in to New Blurred Order, my nigga. The best podcast on the planet Earth, nigga.
As we said before, oops, spoiler. As we said before, yes, the Predator is out, and evidently it is not trash. I mean, I didn't synced it. I know, Ty, you synced it. And as far as I know, I have no complaints. Well, there's only I legit have one somewhat of a criticism, but it's really not, it's not like anything that would deter from the overall arc and the enjoyment that one would get from watching this movie. It is just, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think I might be jumping the gun when I say this, but this movie has the potential to be a classic. This movie has potential to be a classic. Like, all right. So let's go ahead and run down it. All right. So you and I both went with our wives. Right?
Yes.
I mean, not together. We ain't gonna get down like that, you know what I'm saying? But we went with our.
Man, stop it, man. Yeah, we yes, we would. Yes,
no, we don't. Don't put that out.
We would go to a movie like
We would
go to a movie. We just haven't. We just haven't.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely we've hung out our all our families and whatnot. Yeah. So that's not I didn't mean it like that.
Much love. Hey Kim. Hey Kim.
Well, to your point, so Kim, my wife, she's not a blurred like us. All right. Now, obviously, we're husbands, and so we can influence our wives' opinions just like they can influence ours. But my wife went with me on a whim, and she had this to say. I tried to get her to tape it, but she wouldn't tape it. But I was like, yo, okay, for those who don't know, here go my wife. I'm gonna go ahead and brag a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I took my little baby girl, this is us in Ireland, hallelujah. And she ain't really into all of the, the Marvel, the Star Wars, all of that other good stuff. That's not really her thing. So we said, let's go see Predator Badlands. And you know what she said to me, homeboy?
Yeah. Yes.
What'd she say? She say
yes.
I got a feeling your wife said the same thing.
Well, my wife was like, okay. All right.
Oh, sure. Wow. Okay, that's not what I thought.
Yeah, because look, but see, you look, I'm gonna give you when you want to do something that you want to do, and you know that they don't want to do it, then you have to give it to them. You know they'll receive. So I see my lovely wife at night.
Date, yeah.
But dating, you know, she was like, okay, like yes.
Let me
guess
press
what?
pause. Let me
the
interrupt
movies,
you for a
yeah.
quick second. Let me interrupt you for a quick second, homeboy, because for some reason the mic is breaking up a tiny bit. I'm having some trouble hearing you. So I want you to refresh, do what you got to do. You can't hear me? You can't hear me. Oh wow. Is it me? Is it me? Did we fall apart? Hello? Hey, comments, chat, what's happening? Can y'all hear us? Because I hear you. But yeah, I lost your sound for some reason. And I don't know if you can still hear me or not. But I would take this opportunity to say what's happening to the chat. Was good. Harmony was good. Linda, Metatron, everybody in there. Gothic, Linda, K Linda. Hold on, who can hear me? You hear me? Okay, yeah, you can hear me. Okay, BM. So this is what I'm hearing, man. We can hear Vince and not Ty. We can hear me, but not Ty. Hey, Lisa's back. What am I putting that on there for? It don't matter. So yeah, man, do me a favor, just real quick, maybe reset, refresh, do whatever it is you got to do, because I don't want to miss a thing.
I'm good to go. I'm good to go. No, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I had to. Yeah.
My man. All right,
cool,
my bad.
Cool,
I don't know what was going on there, but we had to hear what you were saying. So you saying that wifey was basically like, I mean, it was a movie.
In terms of how she liked the movie, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. I mean, you.
No.
Let me just.
No. Wifey did not come out of the movie saying it was a movie. That's not. That's not at all how. First of all, I've talked about the experiences that the movies provide at this point, right? You have IMAX, you have 3D, you have what they call D-Box, which puts you in a chair that moves around and becomes interactive. And whenever scenes of action or any type of loudness happens, then your seat starts to do the thing, and it sometimes it raises up, raises down, moves left, right, stops, does all kind of stuff. You feel like you're on a ride. You definitely feel like you're on a ride. So I knew that this was probably going to be a movie that we might want to do D-Box with. So we did D-Box. I'm telling you right now, if the movie theater in your area provides D-Box seating, take advantage, especially for this movie. The scenes where they were on the spaceship and there was stuff going on, you feel all that. The fight scenes when he's doing whatever he's doing, you feel all that. It takes your experience to a heightened level. And
Are you talking about this kind of movie theater right here, like where you're completely embedded in it? Is this? Or are you talking about the 4D junk? Like, because when I saw this, I was like, I need this.
Yeah, I've never seen it. First of all, I don't know where that is, but yes, I would. That is a whole. Those tickets look like they're $100 a person. I can tell you right now.
This is the future of movie going, for the record. Like, I want you to think about this. All that wall, all that space. Remember how they integrated like the whole new sound systems when it was we now have DC show, and they started putting like, this is going to be the next thing, in my opinion. Like, the whole entire movie theater is a part of the movie theater instead of just the screen. But let me take a step back, because you were saying something, Bam.
But look, so the experience in itself was delightful. So the movie comes on, action from the start to the motherfucking finish.
No stop.
No stops, no breaks, all action, all not giving a fuck, all that. Listen, it's so crazy, because when we first found out about Predator Badlands was right after we just had saw Killer of Killers. And I remember when we had that conversation about Killer of Killers and how impressed I was with the way that they gave us a storyline for Killer of Killers, and the animation and just everything about it was just great and fantastic. So I said in that moment, if Predator Badlands, keeps that same energy, then I have no doubt in my mind that this movie is going to be fantastic. They did exactly what I thought they would do. not only did they do what I thought they did, but the momentum is not just from Killer of Killers, right? We realize 150% that Predators is connected to all things Alien. Alien is connected to all things Predator. These two exist in the same universe, and I love the fact of during the movie they do that. They can make that connection immediately, right? Like we kind of immediately know that there's existing can I call it? I not call it a faction, but well, I mean, I guess you could call it a faction, right?
Because of Wayland, the Wayland crossover, right? With Wayland Industries.
Well, I wasn't gonna say. I mean, I didn't know how if we were going full spoilers or what are we doing? I don't know.
I mean, look, I don't even know if that's honestly a spoiler at this point. So let's just go ahead and keep it. Well, first of all, don't let me interrupt you. Were you finished your?
I mean, mostly. So just go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I don't know if this is as much of a spoiler, but I will say we will more than likely get into spoilers. So if you want to, join us a little later, that's fine. But hopefully not. But here's the deal: if you have been following along with us as we've been watching shows like Alien Earth, this ties almost directly into Alien Earth. Now, as to the timeline, I'm uncertain about the timeline and how this, directly correlates to what we just saw with Alien Earth. However, here's what you do know for a fact: it stars a synth. One of the girls, the young lady who was in this, who, by the way, do you know who this young lady is?
Yes, I do. That's Elle Fanning.
Yes, this is Elle Fanning, sister of Dakota Fanning, who we know from Man on Fire with Denzel.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So, this is her little sister, Elle, who we also saw in Ahsoka, if I'm not mistaken, right? Who played the young Jedi, or not Jedi, but whatever you want to call him,
Yeah, she was Jedi in training.
Young. Well, not necessarily a Jedi, because it was, I mean, it was a whole weird thing. So you can, Halloween contest. Yeah, all right. Wow. Okay, we bringing up shit. Yeah, it's true. Hopefully, we'll go give it a like. Yeah, enough of y'all didn't like that. I'm finna remove it. I ain't really like the response we got on it. But so she pulls up and she is an integral role in this. But the point that I'm trying to make is that it is using the same types of synths that we spent the whole season getting to know. Different in that I think those synths were the firsts of the synths. In this world, we already have a world of synths. In fact, we kind of are embedded with a bunch of synths. You'll learn that as you go in. And these may not be child-based synths, I don't know. But nevertheless, they are the same synths that we see in Alien, the original, with Sigourney Weaver. So they keep,
I love it, Sigourney Weaver.
so just for the record, they keep that energy. That's the point that I'm trying to make. My wife said, as soon as the credits came up, oh my God, this is the best action movie I've ever seen. And Kim, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't really do action movies. So she's like, this may be my favorite movie. I was like,
yo, I'm not even surprised,
like it got you like that. So I'm just saying, resounding. Now, everybody don't feel the same way. I went and I saw that there were some critics of it, and I honestly, I can't understand how you could be so much of a critic of this movie to where you really want to kind of tear it down. I saw some that were saying like, oh, the Predator franchise has nowhere to go, or they're running out of ideas. Now they're making the enemy. It's like, nah, y'all don't get it. They just basically flipped the Alien and the Predator franchise on its whole head, so that now the humans, the synths, all of them are no longer the main characters. There's a whole new world now that we can explore that has all new characters that have nothing to do with humans. We just saw a whole movie in which the main character, kind of like Thanos, was CGI. All right? But there was a real person in that costume. And that's another reason why I think, especially for our Black Nerd podcast, why you guys need to check this movie out, because the one who is underneath that freaking mask is actually my man Demetrius Schuster Kolomatanji, excuse me. My dog is a whole actor underneath that. He's doing his Jar Jar Binks. I want to make sure he gets his flowers, because unlike Dakota, he doesn't have his face frolicking throughout the entire
Vince, what's going on, man? Is it just me, or is he favor Aaron Pierre like they could be related, nigga? You think like is it just me? Is it just me, chat?
It's just you.
Or does he? Nah, I think he favors. Like they look like they could be related. Yeah.
No, every light skinned nigga is not. Aaron Pierre,
look at
bro.
In that picture right there, and the picture you showed right after where he was sitting down. Yes, absolutely, he does favor Aaron Pierre, man. I don't know why you don't be
because he's light skinned and no, come on, man.
Nah, not because he's light skinned, because he favors the dude, man. I'm light skinned. What that mean?
Oh, all right. Let me fuck you.
I'm gonna look like Aaron Pierre.
No, you don't. I'm gonna fuck you. All right, I'm gonna fuck your head up. I'm gonna fuck your head up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna fuck your head up with this one. All right. All right. Tell me if you still feel the same way after this.
What? Yes, he still has the same face. What do you what? Because he has long hair. And are we doing that, Vince? Are you doing that? It's the same face.
No. Okay.
It's the same face, my dude.
Because he got a rectangle face and he light skinned. All right, whatever, man. I'm not.
Man.
All right, maybe they resemble each other a little bit, but I wouldn't go as far as being like, oh, they look so much alike.
You're what you're doing is what you do, which is you go and find pictures that don't resemble the guy at all, and then you sit there and look.
How you don't resemble the guy,
bro? Come out. No. I said the guy looked like Aaron Pierre based off the pictures you put up. Then what you do is you go and you say, "Oh, he doesn't look like him. Look at this." This is what you do, Vince. Like the pictures you showed in the very first three pictures, he looks like Aaron Pierre in those pictures. But then you bring up pictures where he's got long hair and he's doing it. Like that's crazy. How is
that crazy?
Hey, man, whatever works for you, brother. Whatever
works. I'm not trying to work nothing. I'm just saying, like, before we take one picture and be like, yo, heck yeah, man. Oh boy.
You show three. You show three pictures.
Let's take a couple other. Let's just use a couple other examples. That's all I'm saying. Like before we take one shot. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say he was Aaron Pierre. I said the dude favored Aaron Pierre in those pictures. That's exactly what I said, man. You get on my nerves.
Right, whatever, man. Whatever, man. You have it your way, man. It's your world, Ty. All right, whatever. Anyway, Gothic, don't encourage this, man. Come on, calm down, Miss Chica. Puede hacer mejor. Lo siento, por favor. Come on, Harmony. No, he looked like that dude from movie 17 again. I know you ain't talking about the smart guy. Yeah, don't be late, Fernando. You on timeout, man. I'm putting you to the back of the bus for the day. I'm driving, but the long hair ones look like Anthony Ramos a little bit. Oh, so he's Anthony Ramos now. See, every light skinned dude look like somebody. God damn. I'm just playing. What's going on, y'all? Hey, welcome to the Twitch. Hey, what's up, Twitch? Twitch is popping today. What's up, Abigail? What's up, new folks? So I say that just to say, and me and Kyle, we kid around with him being looking like Aaron, even though I'm gonna admit, all right, maybe there's a little bit of resemblance, tiny bit, and these are both British dudes. Who knows? They might be cousins or something, deep down. But the reason I wanted to bring this dude up is because here on this show, we want him to get his flowers. I don't know if he's, and also another thing, Ty, I don't know this dude enough to know what he identifies as. So I'm going to be watching very closely to his interviews to see what he comes out and says, because he might be like, look, I'm not black. He might, kind of like Roddy Green, like, look, I'm not black. I'm Puerto Rican, or I'm Indian.
Oh man, what is his last name? You said it was pretty long. Sounded very much African.
Cola. I don't know if that sounds a little. It actually sounds kind of Filipino. I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all. Y'all
say it. Say it.
Oh, that's the wrong.
Yeah. Be right back.
I got time in the bathroom drawer ready just in case, man. You never know how it go down. But yeah, so this is what his name is. And I mean, somebody tell me what. I don't know what.
Okay. So that the way that looks more like
looks
like,
Filipino or something.
Like, no, it looks more like Cheeks of War. Cheeks of War, like Like
you're right.
that.
You're right.
Like,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
The Koloa for me is the Koloa, which gives me kind of like that might be his background.
Yeah, Bontaloda. Look, this is him, and I think his sister. So, like I said, just want you to just keep these things in mind. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like he might have been in Cheeks of War. He might have been one of the background dudes in Cheeks of War, bro.
You don't recognize his face, but if
let me see those cheeks, sir.
The cheeks. All right, started. Boys who read archive. Oh, that's funny. I mean, achieve. Yeah, man. So I'm not trying to take away from whatever he is, but I'm not getting like what is being defined from a racial standpoint as like I don't know. It's a little ambiguous, but never mind. At the end of the day, he's a man of color who I don't know his identity yet, what he identifies as, but he is the one underneath this mask, which is the biggest thing that I wanted to kind of take away from it. It's not, and I just want him to get a little bit of flour. Now, again, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might be sitting there bigging this dude up, and he'll come out. And the first thing he'll be like, the first thing I just want to say is all lives matter. All right, all lives matter. I've been like, oh man, I just spent like 10 minutes trying to get people on your side. But yeah, man, I think at least it's gonna be interesting learning about this dude, who he is, what he's done, what is in his future in terms of more projects in which he can actually see his face. Kind of the same way that Wesley Kimmel. He was just a little boy in The Mandalorian with the mask on, and then in season 2 they gave him some scenes where he could actually speak, and So I got a feeling that this dude. But here's the sad part: he can be replaced easily because the dude under the mask is basically a stunt guy, right? Essentially, is a stunt guy. He has no lines. He's not that speaking. So I just want to see what he's about. But here, just a real quick article I wanted to kind of just read for y'all briefly, not the whole thing because it's a little long.
Okay.
As we get a little further into the Badlands. And what happened yesterday. And we're really eager to hear from you guys in the chat as to what you thought about it. For those who did see it, if you didn't see it, if you're looking forward to it, what you may not be wanting to see it for. But let me just read this to you real quick. This is an article by a man named Adam B. in Variety, and it's titled "How the Predator Badlands star Dimitri Schuster Kolamatanji became the first Predator to be a hero." All right, just a real quick. I will not take too long. I promise you, I will not. I get real bored with these things as well, so I'm not going to sit here and just read this to you to death. But just give me just a moment. Don't leave. When Dimitri Schuster Kolamatanji first auditioned for Predator Badlands, he didn't know he was trying out to play the first of the titular aliens to be the hero instead of a villain in the 38-year-old franchise. In fact, he didn't know he was auditioning for a Predator film at all. He wasn't even provided with any written lines. All it said was a creature. Schuster Kolamatanji says, the little character brief just said, it's up to your interpretation. The 24-year-old actor has tried to rely on his own imagination as a kid in Auckland, New Zealand. See, this nigga from New Zealand, bro.
That's
interesting. I'm not done with the article, but I just thought I'd point that out. I don't know how many. So this might be their black over there, and I say that with all due respect. I know that in Australia, Aborigines are considered the black folks of the land. They're different definitions. So I don't want to sit here and like paint him in a corner he doesn't want to be in. But at the same time, he's a person of color, whether he likes it or not. So I'll just throw that out there real quick. Let me get this last little part of the article.
That's just his nationality, by the way, too. It's like that's not in any way determine his ethnicity. But go ahead.
100% correct. Good observation, Fam Bam. So the 24-year-old actor has relied on his own imagination. All right. Like I said, as a kid in Auckland, New Zealand, he relished going to his local cinema and drank in movies. Cinema and drank? What? Oh, drinking. Okay, I hope he wasn't as a kid going to drink in the movie theater as often as he could, but as the child of a Tongan father and Samoan mother. We got it.
There we go.
We got it.
Yeah,
we got it. We got it. Okay, so what is Tongan?
Must be an island. An island. I'm somebody in the chat. I would assume it's an island over
I
there.
feel like an idiot for not knowing what that is, but let me Google real quick. Tongan they're New England. They're New Zealanders.
New
All right.
Zealanders. Okay.
Tongan people are a Polynesian ethnic group native to the islands of Tonga, who migrated to Melanesia over 3,000 years ago. Good Lord.
Hey, we be smart, bro. We be low key smart over here, dog. We just be guessing. We be just throwing it out there. We be hitting all the time. Man. I love it. I love it. I love it, bro.
They are primarily Polynesian with a strong culture tie to the Pacific Islanders. Also, most identify as Christian. Today, Tongans live in Tonga, but significant populations also live abroad, particularly in New Zealand, United States, and Australia, due to overseas migration and economic conditions. So that's what is the background of our new predator. Last things I'll say real quick. He says, I grew up, but as the child of a Tongan father and a Samoan mother, he says, I grew up not really seeing too many Polynesians on screen. I didn't think it was possible, to be honest, to have a brown face on screen, especially from my end of the world. Instead, as part of a family of athletes, Schuster Kolomatanji saw rugby as a possible career path. Growing up, it's either rugby or go to university. Get 9 to 5. He says, acting was never something I even thought possible. Last paragraph, I promise. Even so, he found himself drawn to performing in middle school. He started his own YouTube channel, which we got to dig up until it was taken. Well, all right, guess we can't until it was taken down for copyright infringement, which he didn't know at the time.
Oh man!
All right, well that sucks. But he says in high school he acted in school plays, took media suites, studies course final year where he met 2 Tongan filmmakers and peppered them with questions. A few months later, they called him to audition for a small role in New Zealand miniseries about a Kiwi rugby player, and he nailed it. All right, so there's a lot more in this article. Once again, you can find this article in Variety. It's titled How the Predator Badlands star Demetrius Schuster Kolomatanji became the first Predator to be a hero. And it kind of gives us a little bit of background. I should have read that before, but as you can tell, I was learning that as I was reading. I skimmed it a little bit before we brought it up here, but we now know, like, my man, he is not only is he Samoan, which I think that I don't know how much. I'm still a little confused about my dog Lobo, Jason Momoa. He's Samoan, but he's Hawaiian. Like, I guess he's a Samoan Hawaiian.
I mean, because you do realize that these are just islands, right? So Samoa is an island, Hawaii is an island. So when someone says they're Hawaiian and they're Samoan, that means that one of their parents, derived from Hawaii, the other from Samoa. So it's not really
okay.
Yeah, it's not really like a big deal.
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's a good point. Okay, so I was just saying, because there's a possibility once you see a dude have this kind of success, Jason Momoa likes to pick people off the street to be in his movies and his projects. So I'm just saying, like, it might be real. We might see him in season 2 of Cheeks of War, like you were saying, for real. For sure. But yeah, all right. So let's get into it a little bit about with regard to what the movie brought that made us so into it. Now, again, everybody didn't love it, but as of right now, on Rotten Tomatoes, which our homeboy Ant is a critic on Rotten Tomatoes, we're getting close to anything over 90%. I think is good, right? Especially when you can get the critics in the 80s.
It's great. Anything over 90%, and anytime you got the critics up over 80%, you're doing very, very good. Because most of the time, like if you look at a lot of the Marvel movies, they're right at 80% or under. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when it comes to the critic, and the audience is usually a little bit higher, but this one at 96%, critics at 85%, I would say the haters are hating. That's what I would say at that point. Like when you start seeing those type of numbers, it's just like somebody came on and was like, "Oh, everybody likes it. I'm gonna not like it." Like that's just what some people are on, some type of energy.
Seriously.
This movie definitely, because you were talking about Kim and her reaction, right? And Amy's reaction was just the same. She literally came out of there and said the same thing Kim said. That is the best action movie I've seen in a long time. She was like, I'm thoroughly impressed. And again, this is coming from somebody who was not really like, into the stuff we're into all the time. You know what I'm saying? So this was a shot in the dark and I hit the mark. You know what I'm saying? So like the movie hit the mark, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
and it gave so many elements that you weren't even expecting. Can we talk about for a second the
Please.
comedic aspect
Woo.
of it? Like I wasn't expecting a Predator movie like this to have any comedic aspect. I thought that it would be really dark, really action packed, like life on the line, edge of your seats, all the whole movie. This movie found a way to make you laugh and make you smile. And I was like, yo, this is what I needed. This is what I need from the universe, not just the franchise.
The universe.
Right? No. Follow me for a second. Predator is part of the Alien universe. Alien is part of the Predator universe. They're both part of the same universe, right? So we had success with Killer of Killers. We had success, well, I would say success, we have haters about that too, of Alien Earth. And here we are with Predator. And mind you, let me even take a step back. Prey before that had success. So now we're 4 out of 4 for this era. And so what I would love to see is that they continue this success, continue expanding the universe, continue giving us all that they can potentially give us, because we know how the movie ended. So it's opened so many doors for all of these things. And to come out of a movie like that, again, if you have D-Box as an option in your area, use that on this particular movie and thank me later. You know what I'm saying? But this movie was great, man, on all scales. The acting was superb. The like I said, the way that they balanced the comedy, the action, the the suspense, everything was right on time, man. And yo, man, I just can't wait for the next. I hope it doesn't take 3 to 4 years for us to get another property. That's all I'm saying. Because I can't remember all of this stuff. It takes so long for movies to come out these years. I know, man. I know what you're gonna say.
I'd be hard. Well, let me say something that might be considered controversial, but I don't honestly think that it's controversial at all. If you give what we are witnessing right here, I think this is frankly self-explanatory. But if I could, I just want to say real quick, and I want to get a solo shot on this one because I want to go out. Oh, did I do it right? Okay. Marvel, DC, are y'all watching? Because this is how you successfully reboot a franchise. They use all the elements at their disposal, with the exception of the video game world, which I hope we get to see as well. But they came with a completely different take. All right, they didn't give us the same characters we're used to. We got a movie called Prey, in which we had no idea what to expect. And it made us reimagine what this world could look like, right? And then after that, we get Alien Earth, which isn't even based on the aliens. You see what I'm saying? And then they tied. There's also the animated series, right? What was it called again? It was Prey, a Killer of Killers, which was completely nuts. All right, just to hold those on, so you don't have to go and make up a whole new a movie that's not interesting just to keep the franchise up. You can reimagine things. But I think the thing that I took the most away with regard to the rebooting of this project is that they did not think that it was necessary to keep recycling the same formula to get the same results. We've seen Schwarzenegger, we've seen Danny Glover, we've seen baby girl, I love her. What's her name? Blade's mom.
Sanaa Lathan.
Yes, we've seen Sanaa Lathan, who did a phenomenal job in her joint, right? I think. But to kind of veer away from just, hey, aliens, we've discovered, because I'm gonna keep it real. AVP, I wasn't a big fan of AVP. I thought that was a little gratuitous. Like it wasn't really done that well. It was just like, hey, we can put both of these characters on the same screen and just make minimal script, but people will come and see it. I didn't think that it was so thoughtful, so creative. I thought it was just, I don't want to call it a cash cow. It was worth the exploration, but this completely reimagined it to the point where you have sympathy for the ones that came to Earth to hunt you down in the first place. Come on, man. That's genius. It's fucking genius. And then on top of that, to use the same characters, types, synthetics that is, in this world with Wayland Industries is just because now they can start talking about this in Alien Earth. And I would not be completely surprised if we didn't see some sort of series that came about involving a predator. Last thing I will say, and I promise it's the last thing I'll say about this here real quick, and this has to be said. One of the reasons why I believe Predator and Alien is doing so well and is frankly kind of looking like one of the best reboots we've seen in reimagined franchises to date is because they are not being used as a tool to big up their app. All right. There is no pressure for the good people at Warner Brothers, the good people that are heading the Predators and the Alien movies to make their Disney Plus app successful and therefore pump out a bunch of projects that nobody's really interested in, whether or not they work or not, just for the sake of having something to promote. These projects are thoughtful. They're done in a manner that does not require them to put the weight of your app on their back. They're just done for the sake of making in my opinion, making a very successful, entertaining, interesting, and long-standing franchise. And that's the difference between the Alien and Predator reboots that we're seeing right now and what we have been getting from Marvel over the last I would say over the last decade, which I truly believe was them saying, look, Disney has a whip on our backs. We got to put stuff out. I don't know what it is, but you're just going to just put it out. This is the difference. When you can actually take your sweet time, think, and put out the most thoughtful content instead of just content, then you end up with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 96% or more on the overwhelming majority of your projects. What do you think, Ty? Does that make sense to you?
I think your theory makes sense. I don't think that necessarily everything you said is true. I think that Disney was put in a position to do and rush things because of the pandemic, which pushed everything back so far that it then made it kind of a struggle to just have to put out the stuff because you were so far behind. So I think they get a little bit of a grace when in terms of how they're catching themselves up at this point. DC was in shambles for a long time, and they just needed a complete facelift, and they got it in the form of James Gunn and Peter Safran. So I think what we've seen ever since that's happened is immediate success for DC. Agreed. So I think that with these franchises, the expectation is not as high.
That part,
and which kind of gives you a little. Yes, well, absolutely, because it gives directors, producers, actors, all kind of a very lax space to work. And when you're in a very relaxed space, you do some of your best stuff. If that makes sense. So I think that right now, again, the fact that we've had Prey, we've had Killer of Killers, we've had Alien Earth, and now Predator Badlands. It's all looking like it's time to open up that universe, and that's what I was saying. Like, if Alien Earth has shown you some of these things, and mind you, I wonder if some of the things that we've encountered on Death Planet are now some of the things that are back.
Well, to your point, didn't we see? Wait, is it? Didn't we see
Yes.
An alien from Alien Earth in there? In
I
the tree?
wasn't gonna, but see, I said, I hope. See,
Come
how you
on.
do. I try to.
I said we was gonna spoil you. You the spoil guy. What are you talking?
You always go all the way in.
You the spoil guy. I spoil, but you want to spoil. I do it inadvertently, but you do it intentionally. And come on, man. We spoil it. Look, I'm gonna keep on touchdown, man.
Yes,
and I gotta get a better graphic for this. But yeah, come on.
Yes. So you're right. It is most likely we did encounter a species that we have encountered recently on Badlands as well. And I think to that point, it makes it like I'm like, okay, well, what else lurks out there? What else is more formidable? Because now we know that there's a thing called a callus. And a callus is a bad boy. That's a bad boy. You know, it's a bad boy. But it just kind of raises those for me. Like I'm like, all right, what else is out there? Because I think what made this movie so good is because he was on a planet where there's so many things that could kill a predator. Right? We're not talking about a regular human being. We're fragile. In the vast universe, we're very fragile. But in terms of this species of alien, that their whole thing is just going around hunting other shit. I want to be the most, the most feared species in all the universe. And anytime I hear there's a bigger badder, I want to pull up and see it. Like that is dope. That is a dope premise when you think about it. Because where's the next bigger batter gonna be? What is that gonna be?
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that, because I'm gonna sit here and be honest, and let me say this before I forget, because the Instagram is real different from all the others when we do our lives, and I see we got some Instagram viewers. Instagram, please come on over to YouTube. It is a bad neighborhood in Instagram. So come over to YouTube so we can get your comments. I cannot look every time. I got two computers going. When I do like this, I'm looking at the Instagram computer and then I lose. So I want the Instagram folks to join us on YouTube. We're on Facebook too, but that's the bad neighborhood too. Come on over to YouTube where we at. All right. And then we'll be able to have a better conversation with you. And we can also put your comments on the screen if they're clever enough or if we like you enough. But yeah, that everybody over there, me, see all y'all I see over there chatting in the YouTube, in the IG. Come on over to the YouTube so we can meet y'all. We got it's cool, the water's warm. But I haven't seen every single Predator Alien movie to the point where I have them memorized. Like they started to run a little after Prometheus, they started to kind of like So with Predator, this was my first time. I don't know if this is everybody's first time, but this is my first time getting an idea as to why the predators hunt. You understand what I'm saying? Like from what we knew, they just were doing it because they just had to go and I'm just seeking out. But now it's like, no, they got to do it to get into clan. Like this is an initiation. They're Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to go and find and here's the part that I also didn't know. They get to pick the wrong prey. Like they don't even get it's not like the clan is like, no, you must go college. Like he could have went and got whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. See, that's the thing. If you watched all of the Predator movies, well, which you haven't, you'll know that they only go and get the best of the best. Like the Predator, there was one, I don't remember which Predator movie it was, but they went and got all the best killers from all over. And then they brought them to an island.
Before you finish that, let me just clarify. What I meant by that is that, yes, I know that they got to get like the best kill, but it didn't have to be the callus, is what I was saying. Like they didn't have to.
And that's
it could have been a different. But the callus, from what we understand, was like the big bad. You know what I'm saying? Like is Moby Dick.
Yeah, his brother basically said that even father had like kind of, he didn't say fears him, but he's like he does feel like he might need to just leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was, and then that's when Deck was like, well, all right, well, if Pops ain't gonna do it, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Right. His brother was like, no, I'm not gonna let you. He's like, it's done, nigga. I'm going.
Oh my God. Can I okay, here's what it's all right, y'all. So all right, real quick, let me just do this because I'm gonna say we're probably I'm gonna make a vow to our viewers. I'm gonna Ty, you tell me if this is okay with you. I'm gonna give 15 more minutes max to Predator because I know we still want to talk Witcher. Witcher, you know, you finally watched it, and I think your opinion has shifted ever so slightly.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that. And then there's also a couple other things that I wanted to mention, including this torturous welcome to Derry that he got us watching. Even though we're not going to talk about the episode yet, I think you've now had a chance to kind of talk about to see some of the episodes. And then there's some other things too. I got a science motherfucker joint that I want to do. But just back to this. Let me ask you. Okay. So the part where I think the movie, because like Ty's already said, there is not a moment to. There are very few moments to breathe in this movie. If you remember Keanu Reeves' Speed, like this is the type of action that where like it starts and it just like the whole way, like you get a couple moments where they have a little conversation or they're by the fire or whatever, but the overwhelming majority of it is violent and is just action. And so, but there's a moment to the beginning, all right, where we see the character whose name is Deck. Him, his brother, his father, they all have a moment. And I have never seen a predator have family, emotions, ties that make them want to have revenge or maybe have some sort of, you know, like essentially, oh man, I'm so torn between spoiling and spoiling because we've already spoiled, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to give away the whole thing, but there was a very integral scene at the very beginning that after that scene, you are locked the fuck in. You're like, oh, that's what this is. And from that moment, you become kind of like a member of the Predator Empath Society. I'm saying, like, oh, Predator, you know what I'm saying? Why you do it like that? And that is where I think the tide turns. You know what I'm saying? From it being like a Predator movie where you're like, oh, fuck, these Predators always trying to kill us. They badass, but they're trying to kill us. But it's like, damn, man, why are they doing the ball deck like that? You know what I'm saying? And I think that is going to be because for what we knew, Predators were just some badass motherfuckers who just want to come over and kill us. Now we know that they actually have purposes for coming to hunt their prey. Am I off for that, Ty? Like I just thought that was nuanced.
Nah, because it's not your fault. It's you just haven't seen all the movies. You just haven't seen all the movies. They've gone over this stuff, and they've gone over this stuff in the movies in terms of why the Predators come and to do what they do. Like there are the initiates, the ones that want to try to become part of the clan, like a Deck. Who throughout the whole movie is every time you try to put him with the clan, he's like, not yet. I'm not, nah. Like they on another level. I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? And even going back to the original Predator film, when the Predator came onto the island, and you remember the scenes where there was, I think, one scene where the young lady, she didn't have anything. She didn't have a weapon. She didn't have a weapon or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have a weapon or anything. So the Predator didn't attack her. It only attacked if you had a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of complexities. And even in Predator 2, when Danny Glover finally defeated the Predator, and then all of the elder Predators came out and presented him with the gun. Remember, they presented him with the old school gun because they honor that. That's what they honor. They honor the one who comes out on top, the strongest. It's like that. That is the kind of like, you know, society they live in or whatever, man. Because the clan leader, who was Deck's father, when the certain scene happened and everything like that, there was an expectation there, right? There was an expectation. And so it wasn't like a surprise. Like, this was the expectation. So this is where you're gonna go with this, based off of what has happened. So I think, and that held true the entire movie for Deck. That it was his inspiration. The entire movie was not to do this for myself, but I need to prove to others. I need to prove to everyone else, to my brother, to my father, to my clan, to everybody who wrote me off and just was like, I'm the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? And that right there was what made this story so, appealing. Is you're rooting for the underdog at this point. Like, it's not about Predator. It's about this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's the under? He's the under achiever of the family, and nobody believes in him. And then one person believes in him, and then that was enough to inspire him to go greatness. It's like that underlying story was enough to make you fall in love with the character.
100%.
My only fear, Vince, is when you have a movie like this where so much is on the line, where you go to a literal planet that's called Death Planet. That's the literal name of the planet. Everything on the planet can kill you, from the grass to the trees to the plants to the wildlife to anything you see potentially could kill you. And that I wonder how you raise the stakes after that, bro. Like, where do you go? Yeah,
you saw it.
I mean, I saw something, but I'm just saying that I wonder where's the next adventure. Like, and do we root for Deck moving forward and his team? Do we root for them if it's not a situation like it was with this? Because now you got the clout. You are part of the clan. So what do we do now? What do we now go back to hunting humans? Do we not? Do you become enemy number one? You know what I'm saying? Do you I mean? That's what I'm kind of like wondering what's going on.
Well, can you refresh the viewer's memory as to the plot of Killer of Killers?
The plot of Killer of Killers was, again, them going out and finding the most formidable foe of the era. So, like, they went and they found the Viking queen. She had a name. I forgot what her name was, but she was like known for killing people and stuff like that. So they got her. They went into the Japanese era and snatched up a samurai. They went into another era, snatched up what was it, a pilot, I think, a fighter pilot or something like that. But what my point is, they went to try to find formidable foes. They don't want it to be easy, right? They don't want it. They don't want any of it to be easy, right? They want it to be a challenge. Like, if they wanted it to just be easy, they just go to Earth all the time and just pick on us, because you know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do? So and I just feel like at this point, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be tough to like one up.
The reason why I asked you that is because I do think that it's noteworthy that we got an animated version of Killer of Killers, right? Mm-hmm. And they've already established a formidable foe in the young lady in Prey, who, forgive me, I don't remember her name right now, but the young lady in Prey, we just got Deck. Well, by the way, Deck, they're gonna have a lot of fun with that in the college, in the fraternities, man. There's Dick, man. There's a big dick in there, man. I'm not gonna see shit about Dick. I mean, all right, I'm being a perv. But yeah, I think that the Deck, the establishment of the young lady in Prey, it's giving us an opportunity to put together a live action Killer of Killers type of movie or project. You see what I'm saying? Where we have these formidable folks who are all brought together. And this is also the thing, Ty. I never would have. I don't know if I ever would have thought of this concept. It's such a dope concept, but it just gives me, after watching this and watching Alien Earth, it gives me the notion that the folks that are getting the green light, who are coming up with these stories, like they're thinking way outside the box. So I like the fact that we're like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying? Because they really have to like really think real hard as to how they're going to one up this particular project. Because I mean, this was crazy. But I was just saying, I think that Killer of Killers is a model, perhaps, for some sort of project that they could pursue in the event they're looking to continue with this whole model, which has been magnificently violent and magnificently action packed. So that's where I go with it, man.
Well, I mean, they already what you just mentioned is you already established that they did go that route, right? Because Prey was live action, and then in Killer of Killers, at the very end of Killer of Killers, you see the young lady that is from Prey.
That's right. That's right.
On ice inside of one of those things. So they've already combined the two. So the animated universe is also a part of the live action universe. So if that is the case, then at any given time with the this new Predator of Badlands, they can cross back over into the animated universe and maybe rescue her or whatever the case may be, bring her back out to the live action. There's so many different ways that they can go. But again, it just, when you have so much on stake with a planet like I said, like Death is called Death Planet, like, and everything like that I don't know. We'll see though. The creative juices are flowing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so a couple other noteworthy things in this project, and then I guess we'll go ahead and move on, so we don't. I guess we're doing a half spoiler. This isn't a full spoiler. We've already said enough, and so you already know a couple things to expect. But here's a few things that I thought that were extremely noteworthy. First of all, and then I'll give my one complaint before we go, because it's a small one, but I think it's a valid one. On this planet where we don't know where anything is, the way that they feed us these new characters, these new threats, is so magnificent because it's not basic. Okay, it'd be real easy to put them in a Sarlacc pit, or to put them down where they can have some sort of Rancor who's a big bad monster. Roar, everybody's just roar. But that's the plants are smart. Like the plants are intelligent. You know what I mean? Like, and the dragon, there's a dragon in here, or some sort of, I don't even know if it's a dragon. I don't know what exactly it is. But let me tell you, this motherfucker did not just like this. I don't know if this hit you the same way it hit me, Ty. But when I saw this motherfucker, right, not necessarily just going to eat Deck, going to fight him, but the motherfucker went and he was in like a flower bed of poisonous needles or some shit. And the shit was so smart. It started dropping rocks into the little pit just to activate them so that it can poison them so he can just eat. Yo, that's brilliant. Like, when you normally see like a big dragon or a big something, you're like, oh, motherfucker, just come and kill me. And it can fly. But it's like, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and explode them first. I'm gonna let the planet do the light work. I thought that type of stuff is brilliant. And then also the brilliance, and this is the one thing I won't spoil, the brilliance of the familial ties, all right, between some of the characters that we at first are, brought on, that we want to kill, that we end up, having a different outcome for. Because I thought Little Man was just, there's a character in here, very unbecoming character. Funny though, it was the comedic relief to an extent, right? And the way that they went with that character was, I thought, superb. The one complaint I got, Ty, then we can move on if you want. The one complaint that I have about this, and this is a bit spoiled, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all know that this does involve a spoil. But the one complaint that I'm gonna make is, and this isn't really fair, but it is a critique, is that for our android's character, or our synthetic, they kind of feed us a storyline that is abandoned very quickly. Let me just put it like that. I don't know if you felt the same way, Ty. But they gave us this whole, ideal that her and some of the other members of the cast, particularly some of the other synths, one in particular, had there was a deeper connection, bond type thing. And then that went out the window real quick. Nah, don't get me wrong. I understand why. But it was just like, damn, when you go from, I was in the vulture's nest for 3 days and all I could think of was when I could get back to you're not my, it's like, that was kind of quick. But they are synthetics. So
yeah, and yeah. Listen, y'all should go and watch this movie. It's great. And I'm gonna stop talking about it because me and Vince are just gonna spoil it. We're basically gonna tell you exactly word for word whatever happened in the movie. So at this point, we're gonna give it our 2 thumbs up. We're gonna let you know that this movie is definitely a go watch, a good watch. I think we should move along, man, expeditiously.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, so you think that they could bring back Danny as Donald Glover?
Yeah.
He comes up and he pulls up his Lando Calrissian and we're like, yo, who is that? Oh, it's Donald Glover.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So this is honestly, I'm surprised at you. You're Mr. Man, fuck all that. Everybody else be talking about it.
Okay. Number one, yes, the people do talk about it, and we did talk about a lot of it. What I don't want to do is talk about the entire movie to the point where a person who wants to go see it tonight or wants to go see it tomorrow is like waiting for the scenes now that we're talking about because we've talked about them. And I want you to go and have a genuine experience with this one in particular. Now, there are some movies that I don't mind spoiling because it's not that great. But this one is a great movie. It is definitely action from front to back, and with this formula, I just can't see nothing but success. And you were right to call out DC and Marvel to make them aware that there are other universe building properties that they should watch out for because it used to just be y'all competing with each other. But no, sir, there are property. This property, the Predator, the Alien properties, and all of the things that encompasses. Not to mention the Godzilla world building that they're doing over. There are properties that are coming for y'all. So if y'all keep on worrying about each other and not putting forth that effort, you might wake up one day and find out that you're no longer the leader.
That day, I think that day, and for the record, I specifically called out Marvel. DC, I feel like DC is doing a fairly decent job of recognizing their fallacies and trying to correct them, and they're also not under the guise of having to be used as a tool to build up somebody's app, which I really think was the downfall of the popularity of Marvel when they just started kind of just shoestringing everything and just throwing a bunch of projects out saying, hey, well, we got all these. The quote I remember was Kevin Feige said, Disney said we need such and such amount of projects. And Kevin Feige said, great, because we have so many characters. No, we want to maintain the culture. We want to maintain the authenticity. We want to maintain the level of respect and the level of quality that we get from all of these projects instead of just introducing projects just to have projects that are out there just so they can get clicks and views and so they can say, oh yeah, Disney, we got 8, I get it, Disney, you want to do that, but it did a disservice to Star Wars and Marvel. Now folks are looking at when a Marvel Star Wars project come out, you be like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? And we still watch it, but it's not like with this where you're like, so yeah, I was specifically talking about Marvel because Marvel, I feel like, is still stuck on the same formula. Even though y'all kind of did show the world how to theatrically world build, I think that mantra has been taken away from y'all, and Alien and Predator are doing it right now. Man, so that's all I wanted to say. Like y'all, if y'all, I agree with you, Ty. Y'all better back up because y'all been owning the comic book universe, but Predator is a comic book too. So is Alien. Yeah. So if y'all don't get y'all act together, especially with these templates to follow, in which we're not oversaturating the market to the point where folks don't even look forward to your content no more. But when you do release something, it is so fire that you can't complain about shit. That, I believe, is what y'all should be looking into doing, DC, Marvel. So get your shit together, and then who knows, maybe we'll be talking just as glowingly about one of your projects in these upcoming days. So let's go ahead and move forward to another project real quick. But real quick, got a quick message from
one of our
good friends at Pink Riot. We now present you with a public service announcement from the ladies of Pink Riot.
As the variant vixen from Pink Riot Comic Show, it is my utmost duty to promote literacy, so I want to encourage you all to bust that omnibusy wide open and snip that crack.
This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Pink Riot. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, definitely make sure y'all check out Pink Riot every Thursday, and make sure y'all check out those omnibuses. It's just the weird thing.
Bust it wide open.
Yeah, bust it wide open. But definitely want to talk Witcher with your homeboy, because you have some different. You have want to go into this real quick, but I want to just preface this by saying we'll talk about this for a little bit, but don't go nowhere, because I got some real interesting topics for after this Witcher chat. But we grazed the topic last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
As we started talking about our, let's just keep it real. All right. We were all big fans of Henry Cavill's Witcher.
Yes,
and so we were not necessarily thrilled when we got what I call Temu Henry Cavill at first, but you've had a chance to watch it now, and I believe you have an opinion. What is your opinion after getting a chance to check it out, sir?
I guess my initial reaction was premature, because I hadn't seen it, and I got a chance to watch the entire series, and I didn't not like it. Like I did not like it. Like that's gonna be the way that I'm putting that statement together. I didn't not like it.
Let me ask you this: Did you like it enough to talk about it for about 2 minutes while I go to the bathroom?
I knew this was coming. This was coming. I knew this was coming.
I thought I was done.
Sure. Yeah. Live from the pot, y'all.
You want live from the pot? Is it time for live from the pot?
Live from the pot.
Oh, we gonna be live from the pot. All right.
The pot.
It might be the time. All right, fine. All right, live from the pot. I will be right back. Ty, you got it for the next 60 seconds.
All right.
Next time you see me, we'll be live from the pot, baby.
Live from the pot, baby. The Witcher. Let's see how I can go about this. So I think last week we talked about, how much we had disdain for young Hemsworth, and how we didn't think that he would be able to pull this off. And I supported that theory, made a lot of assumptions. But after really watching this series, I think the supporting cast did their job. I think everybody that we already knew was going to do their job did their job at an exceptional rate. And I think that the support of having those actors was enough to not shed the light so much on Hemsworth. And I think, despite the fact that the name of the show is The Witcher, and typically you guys know me, when a show is named after somebody, I expect that person to be the primary person responsible for the success of the show. But in this case, I think that Henry Cavill did enough to elevate the show to the status that it was. And I think Hemsworth's job was just not to come in and damage the product that was already put out there. And I think he did a good job of not damaging the product that was already put out there. The story has been a little bit, I don't know. It's I wouldn't say convoluted, but I would say that like get to it already. Like it's like we did this a whole last season of Shuri is I mean not Shuri what's her name Siri. Siri is the end all be all. But for whatever reason, we've gone a whole nother season with Siri still not accepting that she is the end all be all. And I think that it's just dragging at this point. Like we could have probably finished this season. Instead, we have to, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a mid-season. Maybe they're doing what a lot of Netflix shows does at this point, which is, give us a certain amount of episodes and then, give us a mid-season, to start up again, and then they give us the rest of the episodes. So maybe that's what the plan is for this season. I hope so, honestly, because a lot is transpired, but a lot of nothing really. It's like, okay, all right, I mean, do you feel like that too, Vince? In terms of how the story, there we go. Get that one out there. Get that one out. You didn't even wash your hands, you nasty motherfucker. You didn't even wash your hands.
This fucking one shit, Yo, am I echoing? I didn't bring no light in here.
Hey man, listen. We expect that echo if you live from the pot, and otherwise you lying and you just got a backdrop that looks like a bathroom.
All right. Once again, I gotta say this again because we got new folks in IG. IG, come on over, man. Come on over to the YouTube chat, man. The IG is a bad neighborhood. It's just where we put the flyers out, but it's to you to come to the town hall over here in YouTube. But yeah, man. Excuse me a second. Hold on. All right. I thought
there we go, man.
I thought, all right. I thought it was a shitty idea to begin with, to try to honestly, Henry Cavill had done such a good job at establishing who the Witcher was. He pulled RDJ on us where he embodied the character so well, you can't see nobody else in the role, right? But we're learning now, we thought that Henry Cavill was RDJ. Turns out he was Tobey Maguire, and he can be replaced. Now, unfortunately, it's not a different director. It's not a different. It's just they just tossed them out, and you can kind of see the elements. You can kind of see a little bit, and I don't have any facts on this, but you can low key see a tiny bit of where Henry Cavill, if he saw this script and was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is this?" You can see where he's like, "Nah, man, we're not doing this," because The Witcher is not kowtow to folks, and he goes from being a solo act to basically being a ringleader, and that's just not Witchers. That's just, I mean, when you see the Witchers meet up at Kaer Morhen, they're all solo acts, right? They're all solo acts. No Witcher goes around with a group. Like now, instead of him being the lone Witcher who's out there with just Jaskier on his side, now he's like Frodo. Now he's freaking now he's like Aragorn. You know what I'm saying? Like now he's the leader of the Fellowship of the Ring, and it just takes a little bit away from the whole impact because I kind of like the whole grovelly, hermity, I'm here just for just to get my money type of. So as we started, like I told you when we was talking on the phone, I was like, yo, this is the first time The Witcher did not Witcher. The Witcher did not. Oh yeah, by the way, spoilers real quick. We are going to talk about it because this has been out for a little bit, so y'all should have been.
Hey, we gonna fully spoil this shit. Like I'm telling you right now, we're fully spoil this. And this is a spoilable offense.
Yeah, man, and well, halfway through this, I'm gonna have to relocate because I think I'm almost done. I got to take care of some things with some of the paper products that are in there. Man.
You ain't get that bidet yet, huh? You ain't get that bidet. You still squirt that
little. I got it this one now. I gotta get.
I'm gonna order you some dude wipes. I'm gonna order you some dude wipes. I'm gonna order you some dude wipes, bro. For me,
I got dude wipes. Yo,
No, don't use those, bro. Bro, don't you got so you one of those, bro. So you're one of those people that likes to have poop on their hand.
No. Okay, all right. Well, I don't know what your regimen is, but I use the toilet paper and the wipe.
I have a bidet.
If you go straight to the wipe, that's nasty because it'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, All right, you know what? Oh, we
Yeah,
just
all right.
turn into shit talk. When I say yo, pull up so we can talk some shit, this is not what I
That's right.
envisioned. You know,
Let's talk that shit.
But anyway,
Yeah. I heard that one hit the water. Yes, man. Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah, hit that.
all right. So anyway, live from the pot. You've been begging for this for so long. I know you.
Hey man, listen, man.
Next
I'm
time I'll
loving
bring
it.
the light so you can actually see. I'm just letting you
Make sure you
see
get some spray. You ain't got no spray. You don't want to hit the spray one time. You don't put you don't hit that spray one time.
I don't know if you're supposed to. Do people still use spray? I don't think that's the thing.
Did you say people don't use spray? So you just
not like aerosol. No, not aerosol spray. No.
So what do you light an incense?
We got these Jones. We keep these Jones plugged in. We tuck them in.
Oh.
Then
Okay.
I gotta put you up on something, bro. You gotta get this shit right here.
Is that pool? Is that the pool way? Make the drop in the water?
Yeah, you drop that in real quick like Vaseline before you. What are we doing?
Hey man, we're doing what loud from the. This is exactly what the people ordered.
I gotta go. My battery's gonna die anyway. But let me say this real quick before I give you the floor for one more moment, so I can relocate back to the.
Gotcha.
I think that with The Witcher on this one, I think that they wanted to reestablish the next chapter in The Witcher's life in his adventure. Like, of course, we know The Witcher as the dude who he drinks his juice, he turns into a mutant, and all of a sudden he can kill all the monsters. He's so strong. But in this one, we learned that because in many instances, we learned that look, he's not cut from the same cloth. Well, let me not say that. He has evolved, okay, because he was so averse to him having any kind of band with him. But then toward the end, he finally accepts the fact that this is a role that he wants to play. And I'm not going to lie. I'm torn about that. I'm torn about it because one of the Witcher's strengths, just like in the Jedi realm, which is why the Jedis don't have any companions because it makes them weaker, is the fact that he was able to work on his own. Whenever they went to Kaer Morhen, that was the only time that those Witchers were able to collaborate with each other, and those were collaborations as Witchers to get stronger. But now he has to worry about a little dwarf. He has to worry about a gnome. He's got to worry about all these powerless folks that are in his camp, Jaskier included. And I just feel like it doesn't necessarily serve him for the better. And also, like I said, just to get back to my point, this is the first time the Witcher didn't Witcher. There was no instance. He even says Witchers were created to slay evil monsters for coin. And he didn't do that in not one of these episodes. They also didn't have, until the second to last episode, they didn't have that whole mysterious element of like, what the hell is going on? Like mystery, you know what I'm saying? Like one thing that the Witcher always gave us was like, oh snap, like, yeah, we're sending you over there to kill this ghost, but then we go over there and the ghost turns out to be, the queen's daughter, and you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like save her soul. And it did that, but it wasn't for coin. It was for salvation. It was just to save themselves. And so I feel like, I don't know. The other critique I have, I'll give you after I get back, but I'm curious as to what you think about that. And also, what did you think about the role that they tried to give Ciri in this one? You've already expressed that you're not necessarily feeling how they're dragging this story on. And I agree with you. Like, it's like, for God's sake already. Like, if Ciri's supposed to be the most powerful, let us see it. Like, we don't want to see her as a member of the Bad News Bears or whatever the fuck group. What was your interpretation of that, and what do you think about my thesis about what's going on with Witcher?
Well, in terms of Ciri, I think that ultimately, if the series was going to be, if you're going to spend 2 seasons, possibly 3, with her being the main topic of both seasons, because that was last season, and here we are another season being her being the main character in the storyline. Again, you mentioned the Witcher not being able to Witcher. Well, you can't Witcher when you're the whole season you're trying to find Ciri. That's your only driving force at this point, is I need to find Ciri. I told her I'd protect her. I wasn't there for when that he's wearing that the entire season, which is where you're seeing all these emotional things happening within The Witcher, which is why, you know, this character of Hemsworth may be a little bit better suited for that role than than Cavill. I feel like Cavill played a really good brooding Witcher, like the dark brooding type, you know what I'm saying, and you know, had his moments. It's more believable for the emotional side of Liam playing The Witcher. Like, way more believable.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see you crying, like Liam. I can see you like. Like, at one point, I think his eyes welled up. I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna cry. He's literally gonna cry.
Yeah.
And you know, and I wouldn't have been surprised if a tear dropped. You know what I'm saying? I would not honestly would not have been surprised that if a tear dropped. I think Liam is fit for what they have him doing. I just really wish that if this was the route that they were gonna go, there was no need for Liam. You didn't even need to leave. You could have just had Ciri play The Witcher, the next iteration of The Witcher, based off of the things that she's learned from Geralt, and maybe some things she learns from other people along her journey. So it would have made more sense to do that. I probably would have enjoyed this season a lot more if they would have done that, because Ciri has some fight scenes that are very well choreographed. She moves well. And she's believable in those moments. Like, yo, like when you see Ciri this season, this Ciri is formidable. Like she don't have no problem killing. That's number one. It's in her makeup at this point. So like I just would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen them just go that route where they just had Ciri, you know, become the Witcher or become an iteration of the Witcher, and then we could have just followed her story, since we're following her story anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So it is starting to become a drag. I hope they get to the point sometime soon. And you know, there was just a lot of unnecessary stuff. But even with all that being said, I don't hate this season. I don't hate this season, and I don't hate Liam.
All right. I walked away not hating Liam. I didn't. First of all, I do want to say, because somebody said, I think somebody on our panel said this at one point. My bad. I'm trying to plug in my joint for it dies. Somebody said, and I know one of our former panelists was very adamant about, like, listen, if a part don't look like it's for you, you're supposed to pass up on it. I feel a little different about Liam, because Liam is the younger brother of the main star. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he's not going to get the same. He's not going to get the same opportunities as Big Bro.
That's so messed up.
The truth. It's the truth, though. It's the truth.
But Liam is his own man. He's his own. He is.
But the same way Emma had to follow her path, Ella Fanning had to follow her path from apart from Dakota, even though Dakota was the one that burst onto the scene. And even Ella has said she describes herself as a Nepo sister, because she did come in off of the coattails of Dakota. Let's not sit here and act like Liam didn't do the same thing. All right. Mind you, they did come up with I don't know. Actually, that might not be true, because I think Hunger Games might have came out before Chris Hemsworth's Thor started getting real popular. But when Chris Hemsworth exploded, the Hemsworth name became household. And so, you got to give him at least that much. But I still think it's a little unfair to hold Liam to the same, like, to make him have to be Henry Cavill, because he just cannot. It's just not. Nobody can. And if they're going to try to turn the page, then I think that Liam, from an aesthetic standpoint, may at bare minimum suit the role. And here's what I have to say to that. Like, if you look at the way he is, and I told you this on the phone, Ty, like, I think that The Witcher as Liam looks more like The Witcher of the video game and of the animated series than he does Henry Cavill. Here's Exhibit A. So here's The Witcher of the video game. And now you look at these two Witchers, And I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of see Liam a little bit more. That doesn't mean anything. Now, body build, of course, aside, you're not gonna get nobody's Henry Cavill. No, nobody's gonna be Henry Cavill, bro. That's like saying, oh, Dave Bautista, The Rock, these type of characters. Like, come on, man, like, you can't be that. But if we're gonna have somebody who at least resembles the character Geralt from the video games, the comics, whatever, I think that they didn't miss the mark on that. Now, doesn't necessarily mean that he did the greatest job. I think that they did dial down. You said that you like the choreography. I like the choreography with the exception of his sword wielding in the beginning. There was a clear curve which he could be graded on. If you look at how he was wielding it at the very beginning versus how he was at the very end, you can see that he kind of got a little bit, it feels like he got more comfortable on set. And by the end, he was kind of wielding it a little bit more.
You think so?
I feel, yeah, the very first scene, I was like, I'm going to sell this. I'm not buying it. You know what I'm saying? I was, with his first, I was like, but again, we're coming in with extreme bias. So we got to keep that in mind as well.
I thought all of his choreographed fight scenes were very good. I thought the moment when in the very beginning when he was fighting whatever those spider-like creatures were, was good. He was moving. He was very nimble. He moved around, which it could be a stunt double that's doing all of that. So it makes sense. But I think the fight choreographer may have not changed from Cavill season on to the next. So that makes sense. But he had the fight scene where he killed the 3 individuals and like the little when he was walking through the woods. And he came upon the three dudes, and he killed them with the knife, and stabbed a couple people up. I thought that was pretty good. And then there was the troll scene when he fought the troll. I thought that was pretty good. He like jumped over the little axe, burned his sword real quick. Chopped the chain. Does like a little twirl, and then boom, hits and kills. I was like, cool. I was like, hey, and amidst all the fights, like throughout that, all of the soldiers that he's killing, amidst all of that, I really again think that his supporting cast was a very strong supporting cast. I definitely,
yeah, they had to
be. I think the addition of Lawrence Fishburne, as the elder journeyman, the vampire / saying, like, listen, Lawrence is at that point now where Lawrence can ask to do whatever he wants to do, and they'll be like, sure, Lawrence. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Lawrence is like, look, I want to be Professor X. He might very well be.
You saw that.
He might very. Yes, he wants to be Professor
I think
X.
That he might be the one closest to actually get in, because I know they was trying to throw around like Denzel and
you're not listening. You didn't listen. You didn't hear what I just said. Lawrence is at the point in his acting career where if Lawrence says, I want to do this, then the directors are like, oh, Lawrence said he wants to do this. All right, cool. Well, tell him to come on through. I think because Lawrence has done everything you can do in acting. He's done stage performances. He's done he went back and did Othello. Did like he's like yes, and it was great, and he was masterful in that. He's played the bad guy. He's played the drug dealer. He's played the he's done
excuse me, Superman.
He's done everything in acting you can do, and so Lawrence the voice of Silver Surfer. Lawrence has garnered a position in Hollywood where if he says, I want to do this, Lawrence Fishburne is going to do it. If Lawrence Fishburne says he wants to play Donald Trump, he can go play Donald Trump. They're not going to say, Lawrence, hey, I don't know if that's a good idea. Lawrence said he wants to play Donald. You sure? Yeah, Lawrence said it. It's done. I just think Lawrence is at this point where, again, when you have the level of success that he's had, because if we're going to talk, like iconic, Lawrence's name has to be in that conversation. You can't say Denzel and not
100%.
say Lawrence.
Oh,
Just
you
like
can't
you
leave
can't say
Morpheus.
Lawrence without saying Morgan. Like there's some names. There's some names up there when you think about their resume. Oh no, you can't. No.
Speaking real quick before I forget. Speaking of Morgan, I think in our Welcome to Derry, whenever we do unpack that, which may not be today, frankly. I think we may have a connection of Morgan Freeman's character in Shawshank and Welcome to Derry.
Oh, okay.
I think we do. Did you watch the episode?
I have not.
I think we may have a tie from Shawshank to Derry. And I think it's Morgan Freeman's character in particular, because we never did. If you watch Shawshank, we never learned what Morgan did to get in prison. If I'm not mistaken. Nope. Nope.
Man, see, you be trying to make me go back in my brain.
Please do. Hey, fact check me, bro. Fact check me, please. Put me in my place. I'm here for it. But there was that. So I have more thoughts, but before we get into that, I just thought that we might allow some of our viewers to hear some of the actual words from Liam himself, who did get some questions from some folks with regard to the project. And he had these words to say, and let's listen in and talk about it on the other end.
We had a pretty interesting time in Wales.
Yeah, we spent a good 2 weeks on a boat. At one point, we were filming, and there were no crew on the boat. There was just us hiding protein bars and snacks around this raft. And then we radioed, "Can we come back to shore, please?" And they said, "Well, don't panic, but we did find some 19th century bombs."
That's right.
And the bomb squad is on their way. And so the safest place for you right now
is the boat.
Is on the boat.
Is on the boat.
That's it. Don't mind us.
Your reaction to that made me laugh so much. You just went, "Of course there is. Of course there is." What else?
There's a bomb. What else would there be?
Here we go again.
I remember that too when I came back to shore, and then I was in my trailer and I was eating lunch, and then I heard this explosion, and I was like,
It couldn't have been the bomb exploding. Is everyone all right?
we had a pretty interesting time in
Right,
Wales.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I may or may not have watched that before. So clearly it didn't have anything of use for the discuss. But what it did show is that the cast has they've moved on. All right, and which they have to. The literal only thing that changes is Henry Cavill. And of course, the direction of the role, which you could argue that it started going downhill in season 3. You know, you're just like, all right, how long are they going to draw out?
Yes, because they made it all about Siri, and that's what I said. It went from being about The Witcher, because The Witcher that's what made The Witcher exciting, right? Was these different you get to find out what these different creatures are. These different supernatural beings are. They give you names of them. They give you backstories. They tell you what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are, what you need to watch out for. Those things were very interesting in terms of the lore, right? And so that's like when we see him fight these things and go up against these things, it made it really, especially when you know he drinks the drink and then those eyes turn black. You know shit's about to get real. So like, the fact that we don't have that, we just have him now running behind Siri like a lost puppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, where's my Siri? Siri, I need to to the point where you start making bad decisions. That's what I was like. It's like you're so hell bent on finding Siri that you're willing to sacrifice everyone, not just yourself, but everyone.
Well, all right. Well, let me step in a little bit. All right. First of all, this had and Kylo Zane, same. He kept talking about Siri, and my phone was like, "What would you like?" I was like, "Stop that! Stop saying this. Stop it." You know what I'm saying? Every time Gerald is a Siri, like, "Oh shit!" But so it's not just. First of all, yes, since season 1, there's been a Siri thing. All right. Except for at first we had to learn what was the significance of Siri. Season 2, it's like, all right, Siri's now trying to become a Witcher. Season 3 is like, oh shit, Siri's AWOL. You know, now season 4, Siri's a gang member. You know what I'm saying? Like she's freaking she's like a she, you know what I'm saying? She's a, I don't know what's going on here. But let me not correct you, but let me expound on your point here. You say that they're just Siri always sort of. You also have to consider the fact that Siri is also being sought by other people. All right, Siri's not just being sought out by Witcher, by Geralt, by Yennefer. She's being sought out by oh my god, names are not my thing, but the Grand Wizard dude, the dude from you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I will give you his name, sir.
Hook
I
him
will
up right
find
quick.
his name for you.
Yeah, man, but they looking for Siri because not just because we miss Siri, she's so cool, but because she's been heralded as the strongest. Whatever she, hey, who is that came in here? Hey, come get, hey. You don't want to talk? Okay, well, don't get on camera, but at least say some good stuff about the drone. All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about that, but real quick, just to take one very brief step backwards, I got a special guest pulled up. I know we stopped talking about Alien Earth, Predator Badlands, but here, let me just give you the mic. Here, just you ain't gotta come on camera, but just talking about just say what you thought about it.
Can I curse?
You can curse, hell yeah, you can curse.
It was fucking awesome.
What?
It was amazing. I was enthralled from beginning to end. It wasn't as predictable as some horror movies can be. Well, it's more action packed, right?
Right.
Yeah. I fell in love with characters. I started feeling certain ways about them. At first, it was kind of hard to like look at his face and like his teeth moving, and which you know what I mean. But I got used to it, and I think that everyone did Elle Fanning did an amazing job, and it didn't feel like I could like tell some of the CGIs like what was going on. You know, sometimes you look for little flaws and things like that. It was seamless. It was it made me feel a lot of emotions. It made me look forward to possibly another one. And I'm the type to probably go online and like write reviews or like entice the producers to make more. So it was an amazing movie.
What were the exact words you said to me though as soon as we stood up?
It was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Of all time, bro.
Wow.
Of all time. She said this after seeing it for like we didn't even get out the theater yet. We had just stood up. And
yo, that's a huge endorsement. That's a huge
for somebody who's not
endorsement
into this shit, right?
That is a huge endorsement.
Come on, man. So man. Just sorry about that, guys. I just she about to head out and spend some of my money right quick. So I figured. Oh, you taking Kiki? Oh, okay. All right, I'll see y'all when y'all get back there.
Dang, you felt left out just now. I see that. You like, oh dang, you felt left out, man.
Yeah, man. Damn, man. Oh man, yeah, man. It's hard out here for a mom, man. It's such a dope soccer mom, volleyball mom, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So just another reigning endorsement, man, from the other half here, real quick. Y'all appreciate it. Todd said the same, and his wife said the same thing as you too. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see it again. We gotta take the kids.
Dang, she said, "See it again."
Yeah, she wants to see it again.
This is real.
Like
this is real.
That says an awful lot. But anyway, just kind of getting back to our convo about The Witcher real quick because we weren't done with that. I don't necessarily think that the franchise is dead. I think that they've done they successfully I don't want to say revitalized it, but at least re-energized the fan base, so that they don't have to feel so distraught about not being able to finish the story. I will say this much. I have not read any Witcher comics. I have not read any Witcher literature. That's why we have some of the other members of our panel that normally, unfortunately, everybody's sick today. And I hope that everybody feels better. But I wonder what part of this storyline made Henry Cavill so willing to let it go. I have a theory. My theory is exactly what I said. is that they made The Witcher into like a like Willow. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like like a band leader, you know, and he's not like that's not what you know what I'm saying? Like what I don't think that has anything to do with it. And so I don't know if that's enough, but after the character that he developed, I can see how he would be like, yo, this is a sharp turn. By the way, real quick, shout out to Mr. Leo G. If you're still there, thank you for tuning into our broadcast. Yeah. From way across the pond. Yeah. We appreciate it. And I hope you come up even more. And I hope you're still here. Yeah. And one day we'd like you to leave us a voicemail. Yeah. Hi, my man.
Hey, yo,
Leo.
I think Henley was like, y'all turned The Witcher into a Targaryen, and I'm not here for that. I didn't sign up for that. I signed up for The Witcher, and y'all changed this into Game of Thrones. And I you know, I told him no already. I told him no already. So it's like, nah, it's you use some words that I would disagree with. I would think the word that I would use to describe what they were able to do with this is sustain. They sustained the Witcher series, maybe for one more season, maybe. And when I say maybe one more season, I just mean this season. That's it. Like I don't really need.
No way.
I'm just saying we don't need if. All right, everything has been set up, right? If you look at how they're setting it up. Liam wants to retire. He doesn't want to be a Witcher anymore. He just wants to be a family guy. He wants to live with Yennefer, grow old, and raise Ciri to be the most powerful, you know, wizard, you know, wizard or whatever she's gonna be, you know, sorceress. You know, in the entire world. That has been set up the entire season where he does these little moments where he flashes back and then he flashes forward. It's like he looks at the future and he sees himself and Yennefer growing old and Ciri just frolicking in the woods, and they're just one big happy family. And then she grows up and leaves. So all of that is set up in what they're showing. So you're like, all right, so this has one of two ways to go. If you decide that you want to keep going with a long-term process, then the only way to go is to do a spinoff that has Ciri no longer a part of this cast. Ciri now is on her own journey, and there is no Witcher.
Well, Ciri is a Witcher.
Well, she potentially can become a Witcher. But Ciri,
that was season 2. Season 2 was her becoming a Witcher. I mean, she doesn't drink the shit, but you know,
she was training. She was training,
right?
Yeah. And she's formidable. Like I said, she's learned some things, but she's still not, you know, there. But it's hard to just like put Ciri in a box of being a Witcher when she's also the proclaimed savior of all things. Like she's the you know, the reason that everybody is looking for her is because Ciri is from the last, what was it? Because they just went over it in this season. Like, I mean, they've gone over it before, but they kind of went back.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. With her family,
her bloodline. Like her bloodline comes from the last some type of mage or sorceress. That she's more powerful than a Witcher. I think she's definitely. So that's why I was like, to kind of box her in as a Witcher, you know, doesn't make any sense when she's.
Hello, Vegeta, come over to YouTube, man. I like those comments. These are good comics. Yeah, they got to finish it. He laughs at your Targaryen comic. Come on over to YouTube, man. All y'all Instagrammers, man, y'all got to stop knocking at the door and come in the house.
Man, come on, man.
Instagram is
the water's warm. Water's
warm over here, man. It's real nice, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is good chocolate. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that they have started to, unfortunately, Witcher has started to become, I mean, they're starting to delve into milk the franchise syndrome, where we are. I like that Witcher was able to incorporate the animated aspects of it, which, by the way, are both very good. If you haven't seen the two animated movies that lead up to, which have nothing to do with this season, all right, so they're completely separate. So it's just not. I mean, obviously, just the storyline in that world, in that realm, it's The Witcher. But one of them is the predecessor of our Witcher. I think it might have been his dad. I think it might have been about his dad, but I'm not 100%. No, it's not. Is it his dad? In The Witcher Blood, not the Blood Origin one, but the one that was about the guy that at the end we meet.
The animated one. You're talking about the animated.
Yeah, the animated one. Yeah, with the black-haired Witcher. The black-haired Witcher.
Yes.
That shit was chef's kiss. The last Witcher was cool through the Siren of the Deep.
Yeah, because they're about literally what you said The Witcher should be about. Is a guy going to do missions for coin, hunting monsters for coin, and like that's pretty much it. So
that's what it's supposed to be. So I like that, but you also have to consider that they tried to sell us on the Blood Origins, which was, I hate to say it, was bad. And I love the lead character. I love that the world of The Witcher gives credence for black characters to exist in a mythical aspect. And it was in The Witcher season 1 that we got the black elf that a lot of folks was really up in arms about. So I like the fact that they give us these characters in a non-traditional setting, in a non-traditional role, from non-traditional backgrounds. But we did get that Blood Origin, which was very different. I was like, is this what franchise is this? And you, to your credit, after you watched The Witcher season 4, you also went and watched The Rats, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I did. Yes.
You watched The Rats, which is based on some of the characters that we meet in Witcher, specifically the ones that hung around Ciri for a good chunk. I'm just curious. I mean, obviously I haven't seen it, but would you recommend it? How does it fare compared to some of the other Witcher projects that we see?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but I would say that if you are curious of the backstory of the Rats, then yeah, I guess you should probably go and check it out. It gives me Blood Origin vibes, which I really didn't like Blood Origins, and I like. And so it's not really my thing. But I will say that the one character that I did enjoy from this season is the guy that is the big bad in the Rats, which is I can't find his name.
Yeah.
The one he's a bounty hunter. He's the bounty hunter guy.
The Witchers. Yeah, he was the saving grace. He definitely was. I forget his name too, though. But yeah, you're right.
I was trying to find his name somewhere on here, but I cannot seem to find it.
Well, as you're looking for that, I'll second that notion that that dude was like a breath of fresh. He was in my opinion a throwback to the original season of Witcher, where like the fighting, the relentlessness of some of the enemies was prominent, as opposed to now where he's kind of like figuring out how human he is as opposed to mutant. So yeah, I got him on here too. I mean, I got a little picture of him if you just need to see what he is. But yeah, this was the Rats. And this is the guy that I think kind of tortured them a little bit. And he was such a badass. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was like, yo, this dude right here, man. This dude right here, he summoned the Witcher just to kill him. And he gave him a fair shot. Like, I always found it interesting when the enemy, the big bad, so to speak, has morals and ethics. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have set a trap for him. But he's like, nah, okay, you're here. Draw your sword. Man up. Put your dukes up. Let's square up, whatever it was. And this dude ain't no joke. Now, I'm assuming that the Rats probably goes a little bit more into the history between the Rats and old boy, who by the name, I think his name is Boneheart.
Boneheart.
It's
like Bond something or Bo something. And then Bonhart.
Leo Bonhart.
Leo Bonhart. There it is. Leo Bonhart. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it definitely I think is the character that I walked away from most intrigued by. And
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you sound like you got that same feeling.
Oh man, like you said, he gives you an out. He gave them an out. He was like, look, listen. He like at one point he told a group of soldiers. He said, listen, if everything goes right, y'all just do what I ask. I won't kill all y'all. And the dude was like, oh, so you gonna kill us all? And he's like,
right, yeah, old man,
and
yeah,
like, yeah, old man. And then he spit in his face. And then you get to the next scene, and all of his friends are dead. And he's like, yo,
hey, Grace,
you want to take it, make it hard. So yes, his whole backstory, which they don't really go into in the Rats, which I was like, well, what was the purpose of doing this if you're not going to go into his whole backstory? Yes, he was this individual who was a very acute bounty hunter. And then like you'd have to watch the Rats.
It is.
What? Is the guy from District 9?
I think it is a dude from District 9.
That is him. That is him 100%.
By the way,
that is
sleeper fucking movie District 9 was. Yeah. I don't know how people shit on that movie. Peter Jackson put out a whole classic, another movie that was kind of alien-esque, Predator-esque, where you get a different point of view, where a guy turns into the alien. Holy fuck! Throughout the whole movie with a single camera, a single camera production. Anyway, sorry, just wanted to throw that out there.
No, that was a good one. No, you're right. I
was expecting District 10. I don't know what the fuck happened, but District 9 is a good. If you're sleeping on your couch and you wake up, you ain't got nothing to watch, and District 9 pops up, go ahead, give it a watch. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But anyway, I think that is the guy from District 9. And yeah, Ty, agreed, man. This dude took it to we needed this big bad, because I'm gonna keep it real.
Yes.
Oh boy, the other one with the one eye or whatever, he was annoying. The shit, he was getting on my nerves.
That's Vilgefortz. That's Vilgefortz.
Vilgefortz. Yeah, Vilgefortz. First of all, their name sucks. All right.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like. You seen Vilgefortz around? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I just was like, his whole we're witches and all. This dude uses a sword. It's always to me a little bit more. It's a little more. I like it more. Let me just say, I like it more when there's direct impact from the fight scenes, as opposed to like, I didn't hate, the Lord of the Rings, Witcher, the wizard battle and all of that. But when they're just doing this the whole time, although I will say, like, there was some instances where they'd be like, and then cut the head off. I'm like, yes,
no,
yes.
Look, Shorty had a broom or something, like a staff. Yes. And she was doing that shit like Whistler, not Whistler, but my man off of Guardians of the Galaxy with the where he was doing with
the shit.
Yeah.
Some of the fight shit was on point with that, but anyway, yeah, man, that I thought was cool. What did you think? You know what I didn't hate? At first, I was a little apprehensive to Jennifer's plight. I was like, oh, okay. So you're rounding up all the chickens to go into the coop, and all right, you're the ringleader of the circus. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. But the twist in it made it a little bit more palatable for me, for them to basically have to fight their own selves, and there's like people that were willing to sacrifice themselves for this Vilgefortz plight or whatever. And what old girl had to go through, there's no pictures of her on here, but
who?
It should be.
Yennefer?
Not Yennefer, but the one that Yennefer's.
You talking about? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you talking about Frangilla? You talking about Frangilla?
Frangilla, is that her name? Yeah. She held it down. Like, she went completely undercover. She had her whole hair yoked out. She just had like her role was, I think, in terms of them being able to accomplish what they accomplished, was probably the most significant of all, right? And so I dug that. And I kind of see toward the end, by the time we get to the end, and we can go ahead and wrap this up. Welcome over here, YouTube. Yeah, Naruto, come on, pull up over here. Yeah, Naruto, come on to YouTube, man. We over here. The one thing that at the end of this season, you literally could, if you wanted to, you could honestly say that there's 3 potential spinoffs that you could have based on the way that this ended, right? You could literally have a world where they follow Gerald only and his band of misfits.
Nah.
You can have a world also where they followed Yennefer only and her new, Wiccan, group of wizard women, and and you can have a world where they follow the new Ciri, who is now basically turned into Ronin to Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. Like you. All right, well, let me not go too far, but they have 3 different completely separate storylines that do run parallel, but that if they really wanted to expound on them, they could explore those routes separately, huh?
Well, I mean, Vince, you literally just described that they're doing that. Like they literally are doing that right. I know, but they're doing it right before our eyes. Like the end of this the end of what we saw. I don't know if that's the end of the season, but the end of the episodes that they gave us. At the end of the episode, Geralt just got knighted as Sir Geralt of Rivia, which, like, without them knowing that he's already from Rivia, like that's what I was like. Like, why would he was like, my name's Geralt, and like now any other time you done said I'm Geralt of Rivia, now or somewhere else, but now you're just Geralt when you're around people from Rivia. What the did you do in Rivia, nigga? What are they looking for you? Like, that sounds like somebody who did some stuff in Rivia, and he's like, yo, they from Rivia too? Oh, okay. Hey, don't mention the fact that I'm from Rivia, yo.
Yeah. Won't got
that on the low. And now everybody looking like, what? What'd you do? Hey, hold that down. Hold that down.
It remind me of let me tell you a little story. It remind me of my homeboy. Shout out to my dog Cambridge, who I've fallen out of contact with since college, but I did run with them for quite a while. But when I was at Florida A&M, my sophomore and freshman year, Cambridge was going around telling everybody he was from New York, that he was from Flatbush. He even changed his accent up. Yo, from Flatbush.
Oh.
And I didn't know. I met this dude. I was like, oh, okay, he's from New York. Maybe he just moved to Tally. I don't know. And then we was on the set one day, and we ran across some niggas from Flatbush. He was like, yeah, from New York. It was like, oh, for real, we from New York too, fam. Where you from, man? What block? He's like, Flatbush. He was like, what part of Flatbush? He's like,
the flat part. The flat part. I'm from the flat part. I'm from the flat part.
The flat part.
Yo, the flat part, bro. Flat part.
The flat part. But anyway, needless to say, after that day, he had to come clean and be like, yeah, all right, really, I just got family in New York. I was like, well, all right, well, just be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tripping. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of remind me like what Geralt is like, yeah. I'm Geralt of Rivia. And here comes the queen or whatever of Rivia. And she's like, yo, I'm just Geralt. It's like, all right, So I have a feeling, because they did mention something about Geralt not even being really named Geralt. Like, I don't think that's even his given name. So I think that there's a lot more to expound on than that. But I think we'll give that some time to breathe. Let some of our viewers, listeners, by the way, shout out to those listening. Sorry, I know I'll be ignoring the listeners, but thank you so much for listening. I'll be looking at the numbers. I'll be like, really?
So
I'm like, really? Like, what?
So Vince, what you saying in essence is that Geralt is a scammer named Brian Smith from Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, who is out here saying, who probably has a country accent, who is putting on a British accent and saying he's Geralt of Rivia, when the whole time
he's Geralt of Palaka.
when the whole time Garrett of Rivia is a 65-year-old man who's retired and has cats. This is cat. This is like so now we know why Henry left.
Why Henry left?
Was like, I'm not gonna be a part of this farce anymore. Y'all told me that Garrett was a real dude. Now y'all saying it's Brian Smith from Topeka, Kansas.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh man, this is
all right. Let me say this one last thing, and I hope this don't offend. I don't know why I felt this way, but for some reason, bro, the more I saw of Siri, the more I could not stop thinking that damn Siri would make the perfect Emma Frost in like an X-Men movie or something.
Why exactly?
Emma Frost is blonde, blue eyes, slim, badass, and I mean she just exudes an Emma Frost like look, I'm gonna keep it real. Like I'm a happily married, wonderfully happy man. But my wife and I, we can be honest about Siri's an attract. Her character's she's attractive. Very for a white girl, like Eastern European. There's a hint of exotic with her, and I feel like that could be used in a Marvel cinematic universe somehow. But that might just be me wish casting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's maybe. I mean, it's okay.
No, am I the only one? Nobody else can see. Nobody else sees Siri that was in there as
I could easily say I could easily say the same thing for Elle Fanning. I could literally say the same thing for Elle. If we're just doing that, if we're just saying little, and I'm not trying to be offensive either.
I fan casted her too. I fan casted Elle too.
You're literally just fan casting little slim white women with blonde hair, and I mean that's a lot of
song. I mean, calm down.
I hear you, but
do you know who when I see Elle Fanning? Do you know who I see with like clarity, like with no Elle is Harley Quinn. No disrespect to what's her name? Freaking
wow, that is
what's old girl.
I love how people say no disrespect and then go commence to disrespect it. Like that's it. No disrespect, but
well, I forget. Damn, man. You know her name. Come on, chat. Enlighten me. I don't got no memory.
Yes.
Old girl who plays Harley Quinn now, who's been in Suicide Squad, huh? Presley. What is her name again?
Not Presley. I don't know her.
Oh my God, she's popular too. I'm gonna be so mad when they say her name. She's a little young for Emma Frost. Are you nuts? Metatron, you credibility lost. Sorry, all the X-Men are like jitterbugs. But nah, she looks almost exactly like Harley Quinn without even putting no makeup on her. Margot Robbie, thank you, Skylar. Thank you, Skylar. And put on some clothes. Every time I see, I feel like Skylar just coming out the shower every time.
The disrespect, man. Margot Robbie has done. She's done a phenomenal job. A phenomenal job of playing Harley Quinn. I'm not saying that no one else can do it. But if the prerequisite for being Harley Quinn or being Emma Frost is just being white,
I was thinking Jamie Presley,
slim build and blonde hair. There's a multitude of women.
Well, obviously, we could just go to Germany and just.
I mean, I'm not saying we got to go to Germany. I'm just saying. I'm just saying you might work with somebody that looks like that could play the part of
Yeah.
you
might be right. Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, wait. How did you know I'm just out the shower? I mean, hey, bruh. I mean, we got a two-way camera on our computers, and I don't like what I see, man. Put some clothes on, cover up, nasty. Just playing pause. So yeah, man. Anyway, I that just came through my head. All right, well, a few more things, then we'll go ahead and get up out y'all way, man. So we won't sit here and take up all y'all time for the whole entire day. There's a couple things that I thought was interesting that maybe we could chat on briefly. Let me make sure I put the loop on so it don't come up. So this I haven't made my graphics yet, but I want to at least attempt to do my my science motherfucker. And one of the science motherfuckers that I wanted to do real quick, I can't wait till I get the graphic. But oh, you know what? Yeah, here it is. So science motherfucker, this shit right here, I thought makes for some interesting science. Then what you think about that right here? Boom, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Spider Lizard.
Oh wow.
A spider lizard.
Is this a real thing? Is this real?
This is real life, sir. This is
that looks like somebody spray painted that, bro.
Nah, brother. Nah, man. This is real. This is a real ass bug. He got the new spider suit from Tony Stark. He is out there brooding somewhere in the African jungle. I just thought that was worth mentioning.
I love
That's kind of cool. All right, I got
that
another
cool.
another science book. I can't wait till I get the audio for my science book. All right, this one right here, I think is pretty cool too. While we're on the subject of animals and amphibians and stuff like that, check this out. A galaxy frog. These are things we don't really see a lot. I think this is kind of cool.
Galaxy
frog. Now, if we brought this to America, the teenagers would automatically start licking this shit.
I guarantee you, if that frog if you touch that frog, you would have some type of poison or venom. Those colored frogs are scary to you never know.
Oh, listen to you, racist. Oh, those colored frogs.
I know them colored frogs. And look, why does the one in the back look like he looks like Nightcrawler? Like
oh yeah, see, we got a Spider-Man Nightcrawler. We got
a Nightcrawler. We got a Nightcrawler frog and a Spider-Man lizard. Things are getting crazy.
I've been waiting to talk to you about this, to talk to the panel. Frankly,
oh wow, it's so poisonous. I think if you look at it, you'll go blind. Wow, is that wow?
Real quick, just to mention in terms of things that are happening. I thought that this was interesting. I don't know who dropped this in the group. But this was Halloween last week, and there was a huge parade. Now, evidently, this has been happening for a while, so this ain't the first time, but it's kind of cool to see these things come together. New York does it like nobody else. They block down the whole freaking block. And I'm just curious as to how all of them got the dance moves down. Did they rehearse? Did they all have a requirement? If you accept this RSVP, you must already know the full Thriller dance. I don't know. But I thought that this was kind of funny. It's kind of interesting, and I would like to see more of this.
This is dope. 100% dope. And the new trailer for the Michael movie just came out.
Yo, look at you getting in my head. So that was going to lead me into our next little thing to talk about, which is that the Michael Jackson biopic is going to be coming out, and I'm gonna keep it real. I think it's a bad idea. How many of these we're gonna get? We've already gotten. Remember when we got the one with Joe Jackson and with Angela Bassett as she was the mother. Yes. All right, I see we're doing another one now, but
Jackson 5.
That was a phenomenal one. That was great. That was great, right? That was really good. Then there was another Michael Jackson. There was another Michael Jackson where I think Phil. Oh no, that was Mad TV. There was another Michael. No, that was the same one. But it's like. I don't know. I feel like, all right, are we gonna, at this point, who's? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready.
Bro, stop! This is literally the king of pop. Like you are you complaining?
And if I'm not mistaken, it's his nephew. His nephew's playing the role,
and it's a family member. He's keeping the money in the family. Bro, I refuse to discard or even act as though I'm not excited about a Michael movie. I think it's been a long time coming. My hope is that they do this in taste and don't like fixate on certain allegations and things like that. Now address them, acknowledge them, but don't just be on there and making it just a teardown movie. As long as it's done in good taste, because I've seen too many white singers and white artists that have gotten their biopics, and they've been great. Like what you call it? Was it Neil Diamond? Got one.
Yeah. They got
Bruce
a bunch.
Bruce
Bruce
Springsteen
Springsteen,
has got one.
Neil
You
Diamond.
know
It was not. It wasn't Neil Diamond. It was the Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, maybe they did do a Neil. Maybe they did do a Neil Diamond. I didn't see that.
No, it was probably Bob Dylan. But yeah, because that's the one with no. But I think they do have one that's coming out for Neil Diamond. So I may be on something. But yeah, I love it. I love the idea of it. I again with the fact that it's his nephew playing him, his nephew who looks so much like him. It could be a money grab. I think at this point, Skylar, what are you saying though? Like, all movies are money grabs.
Yeah,
like,
I love it. The difference between the statement that Skylar's making, which I happen to agree a little bit with, is sometimes just like we saw Badlands. Yes, it's a money grab, but it's a project that's well thought out. That the first thing you're not thinking is we can do it. It's like, yo, this is what we should do because this shit works. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've seen a lot of Michael Jackson, and I think that there is enough actual footage of Michael Jackson. And I think we know enough. I don't know, man.
Wow.
I'm not on the same. I'm not
with that. All
right. I see Grace is hella. What's up, Grace? Grace is really into the idea. Yeah. Now, I want to put out the fact that Grace is Michael Jackson's cousin.
Well, look. She's in
there trying to
She would know. She would know.
Right here.
Yeah, she would know.
Grace Jackson is in here defending the Michael Jackson biopic. Oh, I'm so surprised that another Jackson wants another Jackson movie. Hallelujah. Nah, just play it, Grace. Appreciate you being here. I'm not Anthony. She called me Anthony.
Listen.
Hey, I think that is a compliment, though.
I'm gonna say this too. About the biopic aspect of it. If it's done correctly, then this movie could be nominated for all types of awards, because we know that Hollywood, when it comes to in terms of award winners and nominees, that biopics are usually up there in the nominees section of a lot of things. No, I'm serious. It's true. Like they did it with the what was the one with that was just done on Freddie Mercury, that the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah. With
Bohemian Rhapsody
from Mr. Robot.
Yeah, yes, Bohemian Rhapsody was.
Freddie Mercury hadn't had a bunch of movies. Like, here's the difference.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
Look, here's where I'm a little nervous. This is where I'm nervous. Okay. Let's look at where this movie is going.
Where is it going?
All right. If I'm not mistaken, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this set to be released in theaters?
I was under that assumption.
From my understanding, this isn't even going to theaters.
Really? Where is that? Where'd you get
Somebody
that?
correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was under the assumption that this was a stream movie. All right. Now, if it's not,
and the same director, and it says the same director of Bohemian Rhapsody, and Antoine Fuqua. Come on, man.
Antoine Fuqua. Okay, yeah, I like him.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
I don't know, man. I just I don't know. For me, I'm not.
I can't believe I'm hearing you sound this, man.
I'm just.
I can't. Like, yo,
I'm not
you're like this though. You are like this though, because you did this with Bob Marley. You did this about the Bob Marley movie.
And I did. I saw it, and it was good.
And
the Bob Marley joint was good.
It was done. It was done in taste, and I enjoyed it as well. I again, like, Grace has already kind of let us know and illuminated the fact that the entire family was in on this production. Like, it's done in it now comes down to how it's directed. And then you tell me Antoine Fuqua is the director? Come on, man. Like, hold up.
All right.
Like, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Right. If it's made by the family, it will be sugar coated. Ooh, Metatron, the angel, is speaking facts. Well, don't say that in front of Grace.
Hold up, sir, because there you go again. What facts are we talking about? And
I said facts.
No, I know what you said.
And I'm saying in terms of sugarcoating, when it's that, like, listen, I know I wasn't there, just like we weren't there. None of us were there to know what really went on with the whole situation with the sugarcoating would be talking about. But I do know that in the United States, if accusations of an illegal nature are made, then people go through a legal process and determine one's innocence or guilt. That did not happen. These people settled out of court, and I will always say that when you settle out of court and you put money first, then it's very hard for me to believe things when it pertains to your children and protecting your children.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this.
As much as it people may want to still go and roll with that idea that this was that and this was this, nothing was ever from a legal standpoint proven. And so I will stand by Michael Jackson and continue to say he was the king of pop. He was one of the best artists to ever do it. And if that is what the movie is about, which is all factual, by the way, then cool. So I don't think the sugarcoat. I think I said it before. As long as you acknowledge these events, I'm okay with it. You don't have to go and be like, oh, let's delve all, because that's not what the movie's about. It's a celebration of Michael Jackson. So if that's the case, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Well, I think that was what the point was, is that, like, you're not gonna get, and I gotta say, let me say this real quick to who was it that said that? It'll be sugarcoated. Metatron, I agree with you that if the family is holding this, is putting this up, then more than likely they're not going to put a bunch of stuff out there that's going to shine poorly on their legacy or their ability to still capitalize on his catalog and whatever future Jackson projects they'd want to put out. Because let's not forget, there's still a lot of Jacksons that are still alive, including one Janet who just did a tour, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not in their best interest for them to have a lot of things on here be kind of shown in a way that could give credence to it being true. However, in defense of these types of movies, I do want to say that in the Bob Marley movie that I watched on the protest, but I did actually end up enjoying, they did delve into some of his.
They alluded to it.
So, yeah, well, they didn't just allude to it. Like there was a scene where he had to have a conversation with Marsha in the back alley when they were in London about him just basically having other kids while they were married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so they didn't shy away from it. And that was done by his family, even though not all of them. I think Ziggy was the most prominent member of the family that was involved with it. But most of this family did sign up. Most of Bob Marley's family did sign off on the movie. And it didn't necessarily just didn't whitewash his all. I mean, because listen, we got to stop making it seem like the people that we looked up to across all of our lives were all angels.
Are perfect.
All right. We got to stop. We got to stop glorifying folks to make it seem like people were spotless, completely clean and devoid of any type of problems. Like we can sit here and go into Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Frederick Douglass. We know the impact of how they gave us the right directions in the Black community, but we also know that they're human beings. All right, so we don't expect them to be perfect. So you can try to give us the slander on them and how they maybe Malcolm X used to make his hair straight and used to chase white women, and Martin Luther King evidently had infidelity issues. And even though they didn't release that stuff and we don't know exactly what it is, I don't expect my heroes to be perfect. So I agree with you. It does probably give me the hint that they would like to keep it light, but they're not going to. Hopefully, they'll take a note from the.
I'm just saying, don't fixate. Just don't fixate on because again, we watched plenty of biopics on the flip side of that. The Jerry the Jerry Lee Lewises of the world. The
H.G. Wells.
The Elvises of the world.
Oh my God,
like,
14-year-old.
Listen, we could go into all of the imperfections of these things. But my thing is if this is because the Jackson 5 movie that you were referring to, or series that you were referring to, that was really great. That was really done very well. That was more encompassed the whole Jackson 5. We haven't really seen you saw the one that was done when he was alive, which was it Moonwalker or
Yeah, well, Moonwalker wasn't. That was fiction.
that was not that that's not the one I'm talking about.
But there was one number one.
It's called is it Time or It's Lights or It's something. It's something.
This is it. This is it.
This is it.
That was the name of his last tour.
Yeah, that was the last tour, but it was like kind of a documentary joint that they did.
Right.
But in terms of a biopic, you're like, we've got on so many. No, we haven't really. So this is the first real one. What of Michael?
All right, let me be careful about that. We haven't gotten so many, but this is definitely not the first or second or third Michael Jackson docu-series or type of documentary that we've gotten. We've gotten multiple. And so I think that's why
we've gotten multiple Jackson series. Every biopic thing that you talk about, docu-series, they're all the Jacksons. It's called the Jacksons. They're the Jacksons. This is the first one that is actually about Michael, just Michael, like his rise to fame as Michael Jackson, not as Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like we're getting this adult Michael, dark skin, light skin Michael, nose, new nose, no nose, no. I mean, who knows? Old nose, new nose, Michael. Like we're getting it all, man.
I'm gonna fuck your head up for a second. You know who I think look almost, you not while I'm doing fan casting. you know who could have played Michael Jackson toward the end of his career?
Which version? Oh, towards the end? Towards the end? Who?
You know who could have played you? Yo. Yoshida Yamamoto, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh.
Yo,
man.
If you look at I'm not gonna play, I was looking at Yamamoto, I was like, yo, this nigga look like Michael Jackson, yo. Come on, man. He looked like a little bit he's a little bit of like toward the end Michael Jackson. Come on with the short hair.
I'm not following you up, bro. I'm not following you up, bro. I'm not.
You can see that. You can put on some sunglasses. Come on, bro. That's Michael Jackson, bro. Yoshinobu Yamamoto could have been Michael Jackson in the biopic. Yo, Michael Jackson just won the World Series.
Oh man, you're a trip, bro.
All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I know I'm stupid. I know. That wasn't warranted.
But like I said, it does. Those biopics do have potential, man. Like when they're done right, they get nominated for all type of awards. We just saw the one that was done on Bob Dylan that you were referred to. That got nominated for all kind of awards. Yes, that one got nominated for all time awards.
Timothy
Chalamet.
Yeah,
Chalamet. And then right before that, the one that Austin, the dude that played Elvis.
Oh yeah. Austin Butler or whatever. Yeah,
Austin Butler. So I mean, like when these things are done correctly, man, like it just gives its potential, man.
I hear you, and maybe Michael was the right route to go because of his level of fame. But I'm also interested in some of these shadows and skeletons in the closet of Luther Vandross. I'd like to know about the foundations of the era of the Four Tops, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and folks like that. I'm also curious about the success of Aretha Franklin. They did have they had an Aretha Franklin movie. I'm sorry about that. You got Patti LaBelle, you got Gladys Knight and the Pips. You got a whole bunch of folks. I would love to hear more about. They did a Little Richard joint. I think
they did.
What's his name? Played it too. As a St. Louis native, I would love to hear more about Chuck Berry. And give me Chuck Berry, the father of rock and roll, of which the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, all of these glorified folks have definitely said that they've been influenced by. All I'm saying is that, the biopic thing is dope. And maybe they're starting with the highest popular, the folks with the biggest hits on the charts. But I would love for them to expound a little bit more. Is there, by the way, we can lead this conversation on this. Outside of Michael Jackson, is there anybody in particular in the music realm, all ages, current, present, past, that you would like the industry to maybe consider?
Do a biopic on?
Yeah.
we haven't seen, and I would love to see the biopic. Maybe on Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole was interesting. And his demise and everything like that goes along with that. So yeah, I don't think we've seen a Nat King Cole biopic, and he was, like, hella important from his era. So I mean, yeah, I'd go Nat King Cole. I feel like we've seen a lot of the other major artists, whether it's been on TV series or mainstream movies, done. I think they did a Marvin Gaye joint a long
I
time
was
ago.
just about to say, I don't know if they did or not, because I'd be very interested, because that is a tragic story as fuck.
That is. Al Green, another one. I mean, I'm just throwing names out there at this point, but
yeah, because we did get Chadwick Boseman played James
Brown,
right?
James Brown. Yes,
so,
he did.
So we got that. But yeah, I'll be definitely very interested in a Marvin Gaye. And we got Tupac, we got Biggie. I'm interested in Nas. I'm interested in Nas. He's still alive. I'm interested in Jay-Z. I mean, these cats are kind of current, but their claim to fame and what they experienced growing up, especially with Jay-Z, who essentially, he's famous for saying, "Look, I'm living proof that crime does pay." He's one of the few that was able to get out of the drug game free of charges, if I'm not mistaken. Even though I think he did get locked up and they tried to charge him, he beat those cases. And this is a dude who has a clean record, who transferred his life from being heavy in the dope into heavy into music. So yeah, I guess there's a lot more people. I feel like the Michael one, especially with the support of the family and with all this claim to fame, is probably the easiest route to go if you want to get. Yeah, we got Whitney Houston. Thank you for that, Fernando. Yep. Oh, Erykah Woo wee! Did you say Dolly Parton? You want to see a Dolly Parton biopic? Grace.
Yes,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Dolly Parton. I'm not going to sit there and pretend like Dolly Parton hasn't been on her Garth Brooks. And what I understand, when I was put in my place by some of the members of my activist community, they was like, don't be trying to talk shit on Dolly Parton. They be like, Dolly Parton is a real one. She give way more money to Black communities than you would ever know, and she doesn't brag about it. So I'm not going to sit here and lift her up on a pedestal, but I was put in my place by some of my elders in the community, and it was like, yo, don't you come for my Dolly Parton.
Don't you talk about Dolly.
Don't you be talking
about my Dolly. Don't you do that.
Yeah, just a couple quick. Oh yeah. So I'm sorry. So let me eat my words. It will be in theaters. And I guess we'll just have to see what happens as a result.
Yeah, this is going to be huge, man. I think it's going to be a lot bigger than you could imagine. I mean, this is again, we're talking about, if Freddie Mercury got the flowers that he got with the Bohemian Rhapsody, this is Michael Jackson, bro. Like, this is, yeah.
I wish I shared your enthusiasm, but my instinct is telling me it's going to be, people are going to, like, it's been, the other projects we're talking about, they haven't been done. There was no Biggie. There was no Tupac.
What? It's a 2-part movie? Marquisha, yo, it's a 2-part movie? For real?
I don't think we can't hear you, Marquisha.
No. I'm looking at the Jones.
Oh, okay. So it's a long movie that they cut in half. Right, Skylar. That's my thing. That's where I miss. I think that's what it is for me, Skylar. Like, I don't expect to learn anything in these biopics, and maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe it's not about being educated. It's just about
that. I hate that we are even on that type of energy. We knew everything we needed to know about Elvis. That still didn't make his biopic not good.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it, but you're one of the few people that didn't see it. I'm telling you that, like, that when it comes to the white side of this conversation, and I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but it is what it is.
Hey,
like at the end of the day, when you have the artists like that we mentioned here, the Elvises, the Jerry Lee Lewises, the Great Balls of Fire. What was it? What was that? That was the name of it, right? Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, Great Balls for Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah. So we knew all of this stuff like prior to them making those movies. It doesn't take away from the performances that these actors do to encompass these bodies of work. One of the best movies, and I can't say this enough, and me and you, Vince, you already know. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox.
Oh my God. Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want none of this shit. What is it? It's cocaine.
It's cocaine.
Well, it's probably going to make you go to sleep, right? It'll keep you awake for days.
Keep you awake.
Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want none of this shit. What is it? It's marijuana. Well, I probably can't afford it.
It costs a lot.
Jug around.
Yo, so what I'm speaking to, yes, right? Thank you, man. It is great.
Walk Hard is classic.
Walk Hard.
Walk hard. Hard.
Look, which was like kind of a tease, right? Well, because that was supposed to be like a tease of
Skylar.
Of the what was it? Walk Tall or Stand Tall or whatever the one.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was like a spoof of
it was of that one, of the one that was done by old boy who played the Joker.
Oh boy, who played the Joker?
The Joker who played in the Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, he played the part of the. I just can't think of the guy's name. The real guy.
I can't remember him either. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, he did. You're right.
Walk Hard. They're the
Walk Hard.
That guy. Everybody knows that's cool. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Thank you, Metatron. Spoof of Johnny Cash. So So what I'm speaking to specifically is the performances that could come of doing a Jackson movie the right way with his nephew, who, for all extensive purposes, I don't think he's ever acted before outside of this role. This might be his first role, and maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen him in anything.
Well, I don't like that. I hate. Look, they tried to do. I mean, everybody's not Tyrese Gibson, okay? And just because he looks like him, I'm still kind of reeling over how the Whitney Houston documentary was done and how it was shit on. Also, the Aaliyah joints and the TLC. And these documentaries didn't necessarily hold the water that the people that they were based on probably would have wanted them to. So I just hope that this is worthy of the legacy of Michael Jackson, who I still hold in high regard, despite frankly, all of the child shit. I know that that's a hot topic, but I think that Michael was just and I use this word not in a derogative sense, but in just in an explanational, if that's a word. But he was a peculiar dude, right? He was just a weird dude. This dude felt like he grew up and didn't have a childhood because he was basically a child star in a home of a strict black father who did not want to see anything other than success for him and his brothers and some of his sisters. And he never, according to him, and these are things that I believe he said in some of the documentaries, he felt like he has a song called "You Took My Childhood." You know what I'm saying? Like he sings about his mouse, and like there's a guy who ultimately in the end felt like he was robbed of a childhood. So when he becomes rich, what does he do? Does he start a bunch of businesses? No, he builds a theme park in his backyard. And who does he invite over? Not his adult friends, but the kids that he identifies with. And so he probably, in my opinion, just was inappropriate from an ethic standpoint because of the fact that he was blind to the fact that these kids could be used as tools that could be used against him. Now, again, as to whether or not he did any weird shit with the kids, I don't know. My instinct is telling me that it's probably not the case because from what I understand, not one of those kids' parents went directly to the police. All right. They went directly to their lawyers. They went directly to, hey, he got to pay us this much or else. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, Mike was exonerated. Am I wrong about that? Didn't Mike? Remember how big of a deal it was when he went to jail?
Because the charges were dropped. That's what I'm saying. Like that. The whole thing was settled out of court, which is not typical of a criminal case. When if there was actual evidence that this man was doing the things that he was alleged to do, the state would have picked up the case, and then he would have had to go through trial to prove his innocence. He didn't have to do that, and that's why I'm saying it's so easy in the current climate, not even the current climate, but the climate of social media and all of the things that existed in terms of news, that this man, who typically for a long period of time had, like, literally his friends were kids, like they like he hung out with Macaulay Culkin and
Elijah Wood,
not just Elijah Wood, but my boy
Corey
Feldman.
Corey Feldman. Yeah.
Feldman. Yeah.
You're right.
Corey. Yeah. So he was hanging out with
Webster. Remember Webster?
Webster.
Emmanuel Lewis.
Emmanuel Lewis. He was hanging out with kids, man. Yeah. So
he thought he look, and the reason why I think that it's easy for me to like be like, yeah, it's because I feel like I'm not in the same way like I want to hang out with kids, but I can understand how it's so easy when you have all the money and power in the world. Like, look at us. Like, we talk about a lot of stuff that some people consider is just for kids. All right. Yeah. We still, you and I, we started this platform wanting to make sure that folks knew that it's all right. You're a grown ass man, that you like whatever the fuck you want. You're a grown ass woman, you like whatever the fuck you want. Now, we don't want you sharing the bed with no kids, because that's inappropriate. Yeah. All right. So you shouldn't be sending your kids to have a sleepover with a grown ass man in the first place. But in terms of identifying with things that are considered childlike, I can see how that can be misinterpreted. I remember, because sometimes people put things in a category and they don't allow it to go outside that category, right? Like, I was talking with some of the folks. I did a show a couple weeks ago, and I was telling folks, because I was excited because we were in the playoffs at the time, and I was waiting for my turn to perform. Then I was like, "Where's the Wi-Fi?" Because they was like, "For what?" I was like, "I'm trying to watch this game." It was like, "Oh, what who's playing? The Chiefs?" I was like, the Dodgers and the I was like, the Mariners, and it's like, "Oh, you watch white ball? You watch baseball's for white people." And I had to I was like, "Stop, sit your ass down. Let me school you right quick." Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I need you to know that that's not true. Okay, the only reason it feels that way is because our league was unfortunately taken away by the popularity of this one sport, but we ran shit when it comes to baseball. But that's a different story. So for me, I can see why Michael Jackson is like, fuck it, I'm a grown ass man, I can do what I want. I just think that he was a little bit misunderstood. I'm with you too, Leo. We're gonna get off the topic. It got a little bit long in the tooth.
We done became the defense team. The defense team for Michael Jackson. Like now, some people may believe that having a kid in the bed is wrong. But if your bed is 120 feet long, if your bed is the entire room, is it really wrong? If they're at one corner of the room and you're at the other corner of the room, are you really in the bed at the same time?
Yeah. All right. My bad. I tell you what. A couple things. A couple more things, and then we'll get on up out of here. This is just a quick mention. I just want to know, Ty, you know I keep a lightsaber or two, or 3 or 4 in my lexicon. But what would you do if you was at a con and somebody walked up on your ass with a real ass lightsaber, like that actually it retracts it? Well, I was this close to saying it becomes erect, but this is a kid. This is a family show, motherfucker.
Man. Listen,
but this is from what I understand, like, look at the reactions. Look at the girls like, ooh, what that saber do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it actually. Now, here's what I did notice.
It's a
little shaky.
It's a little shaky, bro.
It's a little floppy.
Now, yo, what's going on with your lightsaber, bro? Do you need a blue chew? Does your lightsaber need a blue chew?
You need some Cialis for the lightsaber, yo. Is it? But here's what I noticed. Yes, that's hella cool. But what you cannot do with it is fight or maybe even touch anybody.
Yeah, or even move it. Apparently, Apparently, all you can do is light it up and
Yeah.
and then hold it in your hands just like this. Because I didn't see him do any motions. I didn't see.
Right.
Oh, okay. He did a little bit. He did
I mean, he
a little
moved
bit
it a little bit, but yeah.
around it like like this. You know what I mean? Like, but okay.
Now
it definitely looks shaky. It looks shaky.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna knock, the innovation of it, but I do want y'all to remember and never ever let them make you forget that there was a black man who invented this lightsaber, or at least one version of it. So I don't want nobody to go around giving this dude all the credit, all it, because he has one. Oh, hold on. What? But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's his invention or his creation. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to I didn't come prepared to talk about all this. Just know that I'm telling the truth. I can't find it. I should have been prepared for this. This is when you talk more than you're supposed to. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. And so I'll give the dude his props for having it at the con. But yeah, I like my lightsaber, even though it's not auto retractable like that. At least I can hit somebody in the back with my shit. You know what I'm saying? And that I think is pretty cool. Another thing that you mentioned before that we didn't go into in depth, but we can mention on our way out, is the reimagining of an X-Men led not by Patrick Stewart, but by Lawrence Fishburne. How realistic is this as a pitch? We've already been over the years teased by the idea of Professor X being, Denzel, or Magneto being Denzel, or all these other things. This is the first time when I was like, this actually could work. Now, obviously, the racists are going to lose their minds. You took my childhood. Stop race swapping. Blah blah blah.
I don't know about that.
But what the fuck? Are you serious? Do you not?
I know that that racists are going to do what racists do. But I just think in terms of the casting of some, like, if this was just I don't even believe I'm about to say this, but if this was just the regular run of the mill actor and they pulled up trying to be Professor X, I think the blowback would be way bigger. But I do think that, again, Lawrence Fishburne, as well as Denzel, have transcended the realm of just being a black actor. I think that they are renowned on so many different platforms and levels from so many of their peers that, again, Lawrence Fishburne has reached the status of saying, if I want to be in something, I'm going to be in that. It was really the optics of it too, right? When he's saying all of this, you're looking at him and you're like, I can see him as Professor X. He's already got the bald head. He's got the glasses on. Like, all he needs is to give him a wheelchair. He's a Professor X.
That's true.
I don't see the blowback coming it would come. I'm not saying it's not going to come, because racists are going to be racist regardless of whatever. It's just one of those things. You wake up one morning, you feel like being racist, you're racist. That's what you want to do. So there's nothing we're going to do that's going to change that. So it doesn't matter if whatever. But my point is that I think that he'll be more accepted on more levels than any other person for a role like this, specifically this role.
Okay, absolutely. Real quick, just as a thank you so much. This is why we love having y'all here. Antoine, thanks for reminding me. Is Lanny Smoot. This is Lanny Smoot, okay? For those who are unaware, he's the dude who actually who engineered me as an engineer formerly in my past life. Know how difficult these things can be because you don't get paid to do these things. These are things that you do as a side project, sometimes utilizing some of the tools they may give you at your spot. I know I may have made an extra circuit board or two when I was at NASA, but this dude deserves the praise. All right. So I just want y'all to know that Lanny Smoot, this dude right here in the background, Lanny Smoot, before we start sitting here and giving the praise to everybody who had the lightsaber at the con, let's also shout out the black man who stands on the shoulders of folks like Benjamin Banneker, Garrett A. Morgan, Charles Drew with the blood bank, Benjamin with the almanac, Garrett A. Morgan with the gas mask and with the traffic light, Madam C.J. Walker with the hair products. This man stands on the shoulder of these very, very, very intellectual black folks and deserves to make sure that he gets his flowers, not just the people who purchase or plagiarize or pirate the project. But getting back to Malcolm, getting back to Magneto. My bad. Getting back to my man.
Professor is definitely more
Professor X.
Martin and Malcolm. Definitely more Martin and Malcolm. He's definitely not Malcolm. He's definitely not Malcolm.
All right, you met to Mr. Fishburne. Get back to Morpheus, who is frankly becoming a staple in the blurred sphere. All right, we're talking about Morpheus. We're talking about Perry, who was Superman's boss. We're talking about the voice of Silver Surfer. We're talking about now a vampire in The Witcher. I mean, look, this dude, he crosses all the boxes. But yeah, like you said, the racists are going to racist. But to your point, I do believe that Lawrence Fishburne would be a lot more easy to defend in the realm of Professor X because of his acting chops, number one. And also, number two, you're going to see so many blurs fighting against the racists in the comment section say, you do know that the X-Men is an allegory for the civil rights movement, right? You know, and even though there's been a lot of folks who've been saying like, nah, that's not true, it's bullshit, it's not really, but they'll at least have that in their clips ready to fire back off. And even if that's not the case, some of our former panelists would have come on here and been like, yeah, that's not really true, that's just something that's been said. But even if that's not the case, we can easily see the parallels between what happens with the X-Men and with black people, especially in the era of segregation. So I think that you're right. It might quell some of the more lighthearted racists, but yeah, like our boy Skylar says, race is gonna pull up regardless, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the chops. It doesn't matter how good of an actor he is. They're going to be like, I saw as a child Professor X as a white man. He was drawn in the comics as a white man, and what y'all are doing right now is woke, and woke go woke, go broke, blah 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 blah. So we'll just have to see. I, for one, would not mind, and I also think it wouldn't hurt if they gave a soft introduction to Black Professor X, kind of like they did with Norman Osborn in the comics, then in the animated series as a Spider-Man, to the point where now we're almost expecting old boy from Severance, Tremel Tillman, to be either, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Jefferson Davis. But if he ended up being Norman Osborn, you're not going to see as many people clamoring for the Norman Osborn of their childhood, the white man with the waves. That didn't make any sense in the first place.
You're right, because it has already been done on the animated, from the animated aspect. Like they have already had a Black Norman Oscorp or Oswald, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I just don't see them going wrong with Lawrence Fishburne. Plus, not only that, if him and Denzel are both coming to the MCU, if they both are coming to the MCU, that just opens the door for those other actors who look at the MCU and the DC and all of the comic book realm as being like beneath me. Like if you start getting these top tier actors to come and join these projects, man, that opens the door for all kind of people to pull up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right. You might see some real what's up in there.
Ultra, I'm gonna need you to cite a source, because Stanley's been dead for a couple years. So if he confirmed that Lawrence Fishburne, I'm like, holy shit, is Marvel Zombies real?
Nah, I think he's referring to the back, the whole Martin and Malcolm thing. I think that's what he's referring to. You just being an ass.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, there is a quote that's been circulating on the internet that says that Stanley, but some people have debunked it a little bit. But Stan Lee, I think, would if he was still around, he strikes me as the type of guy, based on some of his prior statements and some of the things he used to write in his comic book, especially in the 60s, about him not seeing why people saw color as an inhibition, as whatever. I think that he would sign on to these types of nuances and development. So I don't necessarily think that.
That is a good point. That is a good point, Ultra. That's it. Nick Fury wasn't black in the comics, yeah, and I think to Vince's point, initially when Nick Fury came out as Samuel L. Jackson, there was a lot of blowback from the racists, quote unquote the racists. But that's usually for the they get their moment to put their racism on display, and then it fades away. Nobody's talking about Nick Fury being black no more. Like people, I'm kind of Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury in the MCU at this point. It's like nobody still crying about that.
Let me chime in on that a little bit. One of the reasons why I believe that Nick Fury did not receive such blowback when Samuel L. Jackson's character came about is because he was already introduced in the comic book as Samuel L. Jackson. Like Samuel L. Jackson was the inspiration, if I'm not mistaken, for the black version, which was originally a variant from another universe in the comics for X-Men. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. The lit blurs, please put me in my place if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, there was already a black Nick Fury, and he was based on the image of Samuel L. Jackson. So when Samuel L. Jackson did step into that role, it wasn't as far-fetched because they had already been introduced to this. It's when they take a character and just cast them instead of introducing them that a lot of the folks who owe my childhood, but even those are stupid, in my opinion. So yeah. But Skylar, come on. There's a white storm.
No, he's basically saying,
that's the first thing that trolls like to say whenever they start talking race. Okay, we'll just wait till the White Panther comes out. Like, there actually is a White Panther, right? Like, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Just bring it on out. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. All right, we getting long in the tooth. I'm gonna say we got like just a few more minutes left. So let me just throw this one at you real quick, Ty, and then we can go ahead and get on up out of here if you want. But I happen to like seeing some of the folks that we admire in the music industry when they dress up for Halloween or when they cosplay. One that and this is a hall pass for me. One that I really admired was Miss Alicia Keys, who is given Maleficent. She's given Beerus from Dragon Ball. 10 out of 10. And then she doing the dance with it. Man. Oh, bro, come on. All right. Now I feel a little bad because I know, what I'm saying, Alicia, you know what I'm saying? She can't grow an afro. But that don't matter to me. I can care less. I'm digging it. And also, in addition to Alicia, I thought this one was really fascinating. This one wasn't for Halloween, but tell me, what are your thoughts on Miss Ice Spice being Sailor Moon while in Tokyo? Any thoughts? I
saw it. Yeah, I'm about to say I saw the video. Yeah. So any thoughts? Yeah. There's definitely some thoughts. There's thoughts. I think I like her outfit. I like her costume. I like her costume.
I respect your respect.
I like her costume. I love her costume. I like it. Like it a lot. Like it a lot. I can't stop. Would you like me to change up how I say I like it a lot? I like it a lot. I like it. I don't know. Getting wet. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do right now. I don't know what you're doing right now, but I like it a lot.
This is live.
I suddenly feel the need to eat spinach.
Suddenly feel the need. I remember when Lotto dressed up as one of the Oompas. I just want to say more of
Hey
this.
man, take that off the screen though, bro. Like you just got the cheeks. Just, I mean,
hey man, it's public. It's public inspo. You know what I'm saying? It's a video girl with the mic. Maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, man.
But for the next few minutes, she'll be in my fantasies.
Antoine said, keep it loop. Keep it on replay. Keep that on replay.
Don't you take that shit off the screen.
Don't you take that off the screen, boy. Hey, man.
Get out of here, dude. You don't want none of this shit.
Man.
What y'all doing? We watching Ice Spice.
Oh, man. Man. That's beautiful.
Oh, God.
That's beautiful.
Stop making me into a sinful heathen.
It is,
yeah.
But it's also isn't it also indicative of what we talk about all the time is that you never should judge a book by its cover. And some of these, Ice Spice could be a huge Sailor Moon fan. She could be like that. She could be, she could know all of the manga and all of everything. So she could be all into it. I mean, we just saw Megan. Megan's doing it. Megan is all into it. Then you got you just pulled up Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys pulling up, but again joining it. So you never know what a person's doing in their spare time, and that even when you what we didn't hear in the Lawrence Fishburne interview was him address how when he was a kid collecting comic books and his love for the X-Men, he said I've always been a fan of the X-Men, and it's always been a dream of mine to be Professor X. And I'm like, yo, this dude, you just don't know. You just don't know. So it's better to not assume. And man, it's great to see all of this, man, coming to the forefront. Everybody out here showing off their passions.
Hey, this next 60 seconds is dedicated to the fans of Ice Spice. I'm just want to go ahead and give y'all some time to just enjoy.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Ooh, you heathen, you. Cheated. Look, all right, enough. Stop looking so hard. I see you. Who you think it is? I think Skylar. It's Antoine. Yo, you lost all this. Look, y'all can sit here and talk about Aaron Pierre all you want to. All I'm saying is, and I feel a little weird because she'll, I don't want to be a victim that I like them girls with that light skin complexion, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that dude. Let's see what Janelle Monáe did real quick. Did she do something? Somebody dropped something saying like she did something. Did Janelle Monáe do something quick before we go?
Janelle Monáe always doing something.
She's one of the best, yo. I love Janelle Monáe.
She loves us all. She loves wholeheartedly and unconditionally. I love it.
Yeah. She's the Lando Calrissian of like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, look, man, I'll fuck a robot. I don't give a fuck. Is this I don't see nothing new for Janelle Monáe, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh damn, I spelled the name wrong. Maybe that's why. Whoops. Okay, here she. Oh my god. Is this real?
Yeah. Yes, that is Janelle Monáe in all her splendor.
All right, this is what happens when we don't have Yaz, Nolly, and Lady Mandalore on the show. We turn into total pervs.
Speak for yourself, sir. Speak for yourself. This is all for educational content.
It's just research. You know what I'm saying? A little research. Just to make sure we shine the light on our sisters and their beauty. But yeah, Janelle Monáe, and very top. She can actually act. Like she's not like T-Boz. All right, like she actually.
Oh, wow. How dare you?
Yes, I said it. Come see me. If I would have said she could actually say, she could actually act. If you saw what's that movie she was in? The one
seen a lot of stuff. She's been in.
She was in the one with the astronauts. and then she was in the one with the slaves.
Yeah, that one.
The
That one I
astronauts
saw.
and the
All
that.
slaves.
So,
I saw that.
all right. I think I have too much time. I think I need to figure out a way to get out of this.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Because my brain is going way too many different places.
Yeah, you're doing too much. You're gonna start going and
I'm doing that thing where I tangent.
Yeah,
I'm doing the tangential thing. Yeah. So I think we've discussed.
Oh, you know what we didn't mention? We didn't mention on, and I guess we can mention it on the way out. I did get to see Frankenstein, the new movie that is on Netflix starring Oscar Isaac. And it was decent. I also feel like after watching that they're gonna they're doing world building with that too. I think that
Really?
I don't know what, because remember that some years back they said they were gonna do world building with the Mummy and like all of these other little I think oh man, I can't think of all of the joints that they were adding with the Mummy and all of that, but they were but basically vampire werewolf.
Marvel though. I thought that was Marvel doing all of that because they were starting with Werewolf by Night.
Well, no, this I said some years back. So this was after they did, I think, the second Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser. Yeah. So I think after that they were talking in terms of building that universe and just never did. And I'm wondering if that's something that they plan on doing. Whatever. But,
do you recommend Frankenstein?
I do recommend Frankenstein, especially if you're like a fan of like the Bram Stoker Dracula. Because it kind of gives you that same like kind of sense in the way that it was shot. It reminds me a lot of the Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was one of my favorite Dracula movies of all time. And I'll say this. It's not a storyline that you're not familiar with. Like they didn't go and do anything super creative and new and out of they kept it pretty much basic to the foundation of the Frankenstein storyline. It's just I think more dramatic. It's more dramatic. It has its moments, but it's more dramatic. So if you're into that, if you're into dramatic horrors, then this might be something you want to tune into.
All right, that's cool. Well, I might give it I'm not gonna lie. After I Frankenstein, I was like, did you see I Frankenstein?
I did.
Was like, oh, is that what y'all are doing?
I've seen a lot of Frankenstein movies.
But you know what I really liked in terms of Frankenstein representation? There was a show called Penny.
Penny Dreadful. Penny Dreadful.
Bro, that show is so underrated, bro. That show, yes. I cannot believe they canceled that shit.
Yes, I can't believe they did either. I could not believe it either. That yes, that was great.
God. They had Frankenstein. Great. They had, I think, who else they had? They had
all of them. They had Frankenstein. They had the dude that's trapped in the painting and
fucking, oh my
as long
God.
as his painting is good, he can live forever. That guy.
Yeah, you talking about oh my God, I can't. Dorian Gale. Dorian something.
I think I encountered him first from the something gentleman, and indistinguished was it Indistinguished Gentleman with Sean Connery? Was it that?
Maybe.
It was Sean Connery. Sean Connery had a film. I want to.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Thank you.
A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes, thank you. That was the first time I came across the Dorian guy, because they had him playing in that as well. That was League of Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray. Thank you.
Dorian Gray. See, I said Gale, but Dorian Gray. Yeah, Dorian Gray. Where he looks at his picture and it's like a whole thing. Yeah, and that movie was also that Sean Connery movie, Invisible Man and all of that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to delve into.
We gotta run it back. Yeah, we doing.
Yeah, we gotta.
This This is where the show came from. Like,
That's it.
He's been talking for like hours.
Gotta
And
bring
you
it
know
back.
what's funny? You know what's funny, chat? If we wasn't doing the show, we would still be. We would
Still
have
be
the
talking
same
about this shit.
conversation this
We'd be
morning.
on
It
the
would have
phone.
lasted just as long. And so that's where the platform came from. It's like, yo, my wife was just heard us talking for like 4 or 5 hours. She's like, "What are y'all talking about?" And I was like, "I mean, just this other shit." She's like, "I don't know what y'all talking about, but when I hear y'all talk about it, it sounds fascinating." I'm like, "Well, perhaps we should spread our joy with the world." You know what I mean?
And here we are.
So that's where we are right now. I will say this much on the way out, because I did see, I think it was Skylar, and Skylar out the shower. You should change that to Skylar the shower. I'm sorry, I'm just messing with you, man. The smile, it just looks like you just.
Yes.
Hey, so come here often.
Yes.
But we did watch. I don't know if Ty did, but I think most of us have already seen the episode 3 of Welcome to Derry. We can't talk about it yet because it comes out tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow. So yeah, I haven't seen it.
So we can't talk about it yet. And I don't think. Yeah, I can't even talk about it. But I will say this because I think that I don't think that this is unfair because they've even teased this a little bit. Yeah, I'm about to go into very I'm doing it. I'm going there. All right, this is the part where I fuck it all up. I'll say this on the way out, and I'm gonna keep this on repeat so I don't keep talking. As I said at the very beginning, I do think. And this isn't a spoiler because you could actually derive this based on what we've seen in the episodes already. But I do
before
think
before you say that, Vince, I did do the due diligence and look it up. And let me just go ahead and share this with you and the chat. Morgan Freeman's character, Ellis Boyd, Red Redding, was in prison for murder. Though the movie doesn't explicitly state the details of his crime, in the Stephen King novel, the film is based on Red murdering his wife for insurance money by cutting the brakes on her car. But she unknowingly gave a ride to a neighbor and her baby, resulting in all 3 deaths. The detail was omitted from the film to make his character more sympathetic. There you go.
Oh, okay. All right, well, never mind. There goes my theory. I had a whole theory, y'all. Chad, I had a theory. I'll tell you my theory now because evidently it ain't right.
Well, I said it before.
But I had a whole theory. I legit
trash, yo.
I thought that the dude we were meeting, one of the black dudes,
yes,
was going to end up in and based on what you just said, that doesn't necessarily mean that might not be what happens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could still happen.
It just means that he's not the person that you may have thought he was. That's all I'm saying.
Well, because what's his name again?
I'll say it one more time. His name was Ellis.
Boyd. Yeah, this dude's name ain't Ellis.
Red Redding. They called him Red.
Well,
but
Red,
his name is Ellis Boyd Redding. Last name Redding.
All right, now let's do a little bit more detective work here in the Mystery Machine. And let's see what the name of the dude who actually plays that role is. What his name is, right quick.
His name.
Let me see. All right, there's a cast. Leroy Hanlon, and what's the other black dude name? Will Hanlon.
Yeah.
Hank. There's no Ellis and Dick.
The last name would be Redding. The last name would be Redding.
Yeah.
The last name would be Redding. So no, it's unfortunate, but that's not the same guy.
Man, I thought I had did some good work, man.
Hey man, I'm sorry I burst your bubble, bro. I knew you was ready to walk off into the sunset feeling like you did.
I just knew it.
And then I come through spoiling and shit.
Oh, yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. Well, I'll say this. In this upcoming episode, it's you're gonna, if you like what you've seen this far, you're gonna like it. Right, that's all I'll say.
Like
all right. If not, I'm gonna say too much. All right, man. I think I've done enough talking. Thank you all so much for pulling up. Don't forget to go to our Instagram page and like and respond to many of the the polls that we have. If you do happen to check out our site this week, you'll notice that there's an embarrassing thing of me on here, which I don't think any of you should watch. Whatever you do not go and watch this reel. All right.
Please go watch. Please go
whatever you do not leave this and go to see or comment on the reel in the middle. But yeah, we definitely love to hear your takes on which one of these folks should go. And also, yeah, congrats to us, guys. We finally hit 50K on the Instagram, which is pretty cool. Now, if we can get to 4, now if we could only get to 4K subscribers on YouTube, then I'll be a happy man, and we'll be able to start 2026 off lovely.
Vince, let me say one last thing too, because today, and I'm just going to address this really quickly because I don't like to bring credence to any negativity, but we appreciate everyone's comments in the comment section always, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, whatever platform you're commenting on. We always appreciate your comments, whether they agree with us or disagree with us. But what we don't allow here, what we will not stand for, is hatred. You're not going to come on the platform and spew hate and think you're going to remain on the platform. So as long as you can be conscious of other people, respectful to other people, then we will celebrate you, share your comments, all of that. If you come on here spewing hate, you will be deleted and blocked. I'm just telling you right now. I'm not going to bring you. I'm not going to post your comment on the show. I'm not going to address it and say what you said specifically. It'll just disappear, and we won't have to worry about you no more. So as long to anybody who's saw the comments and felt felt any type of way, I'm sorry that you had to see that, but here is this is a safe place. It will remain a safe place. Thank you for everybody's comments. All right, I'm done.
Thank you for that. I don't even know what it is you're referring to, but you got damn right.
As you should not.
All right, good. Yeah, we don't promote negativity. We have differences of opinions, and yes, many times Ty is wrong, and I have to explain to him why he's wrong, and that's just what the show is about. You know, it's just nah, but yeah, we family, like you said, Fernando, and shout out to all of y'all who joined us in this endeavor. If you met us through the movie blog, or if you met us through just being on Instagram or whatever, if you happen to just be sliding through, just know that you are sincerely appreciated, each and every last one of you, especially those that have the nerve to comment. Despite whether or not we agree with you or not, we appreciate each and every last one of you. Yeah, I missed it too, Skyler. It's probably for the better, all right? So that's how it's supposed to be, man.
That's how quickly I work. That's how quickly I work. I'm not even going, it's going to come. It's going to be gone. And look, I did my job.
Amen. There we go. Good news. I will be able to be here next week. Originally, I wasn't, but now I will. So we'll be able to broadcast that. And then we do have in about a month's time from here, we will finally have our live Kai Sanat type show where we're basically maybe live for 24 hours. Who knows? We got a bunch of folks that you may recognize from the internet that'll be joining us, as well as us in person, as long as we can keep from being sick. And that goes for you too, Ty. Stay away from your kids.
I'm trying. I'm trying to ship them out every chance I get. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom, for having me.
All right, so as we always say, be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you being fake, and it ain't no honor in that. And if you a geek, as we always say, also go ahead and let that good old geek flag fly. Deuces next time, where we will be talking about Derry.
The new Blurred Order is one of my favorite places to visit. I hope you'll join us next time.